Welcome, everyone, to the Justice Renée Bovee after party. Did I pronounce the last name right? Like Bovee?
It's Bovee, but yeah, I'd actually usually leave it off.
Oh, okay. All right. So far, of course, we have with us the guest of honor tonight. Justice is with us with her with Erica, your partner, correct?
Yeah, my partner.
And we also have Drew, who's a friend of Justice's as well. We also have the right coast representative, Mr. Canadian Olliman is with us. We have
I am from the correct coast. That is right.
The correct coast. We also have Mr. Swede, who pretty much is like, I think he just lives in my after party room and just waits for everyone else to show up. So Swede is with us. And that seems to be the thing with our student, Dr. Ben, here as well, who he's also showed up here. But every time I come in here, like both of them are here. It's like, it's
I'm the armchair.
You're like furniture now. Yeah. And of course, the magnificent producer, Mr. Mikey Famine, down there at the bottom of the heap. Yeah. I always equate you guys to like Keith Richards. Just you're always there. It's just you're never going to go
power bottom tonight.
There's that funny meme. Huh?
Mikey's the power bottom tonight.
The power bottom. I love that funny meme about Keith Richards where God is talking to Adam and Eve, and Adam's like, "Hey, thanks for making Eve and the garden and everything, and all that. But who the hell's that guy?" And God is like, "I don't know. He was here when I got here." And it's Keith Richards. I always find that one funny.
That's so good.
You say that with Betty White too. It's like she was there when I got here.
There's one of Keith Richards that was like, it's the apocalypse. Everybody's dead except for him. He's looking down at a couple roaches, looking at them, going, "I smoked your uncle."
Oh man. Yeah, what hasn't he smoked? I want to know. There was a time you could ask me about that too. Jesus, Neil, what haven't you smoked? Shush you.
Just thinking to myself.
Yeah, I could tell. So, Justice, you wanted to talk a little bit before we get into the crazy, typical after party shenanigans. By the way, I'm having a beer, so we're all good. So
you got it.
Somebody text me, so the coins thing goes off. But I'm taking a sip anyways.
I just finished my wine.
What, the bottle doesn't have any more in it?
Oh, I'll have to go grab some more.
You're welcome to do so. But you wanted to talk about the din of conversation. Like the way conversations like the one we had, IB, we need more of them. It's, I guess, where you're going with this.
Yeah. So when we think about how we continue making changes, right? One of the reasons why religious right has made so much power outside of many of the cities is literally because of AM and FM radio.
Yeah.
When all you hear in your ear is a specific narrative, you then buy into that narrative and you connect with that narrative and you don't understand the other stuff. It's like a coffee house. There's a din of noise in the background that you're constantly hearing, and you may or may not really understand what's going on in it, but there is a certain amount of undertone that starts to relative up to the surface, and you can pick it up. When you're able to pick that din up, that's what changes your narrative and your conversation. It is never one conversation. It isn't just reading Dawkins once. It isn't just reading, anyone from these groups or watching one atheist experience that makes the change. It's the factor that we're now having a connection, a relationship with people. We're seeing where they are, and we're talking to them, and we're communicating to them through that din and through that conversation, that they're then able to hear it, and then they're able to move forward. It took me 8 years, right? And people are, I've had people come to me and go, "How in the world did you change your narrative?" I have no fucking clue. It really came from the relationships and the connections that I had with people that challenged my narrative over the period and then finding the resources in that din that sat in the background that constantly droned away for me to be able to go, okay, wow, that doesn't make, now you're right, that doesn't make sense. Why did I believe that? But that's why what you do is so important. You normalize the conversation about what atheism is. You normalize the conversation about who people are and that these are real people. This isn't just a figment of, or the boogeyman that your pastor can talk about. This is a real person that you are now talking with, and people can see that. And it's not the first time they see your show that's going to make the difference. It is that underlying din that changes you.
Yeah. I always hope that the conversation that people tune into to watch, that ultimately that still plants a seed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of what I hope that this, one of the things that I hope that this show does for folks, especially the ones that are having those questions, right? That are having the doubts and having the questions, and they're kind of on the fence, maybe a little bit, maybe not quite, but they, you know, one little extra heave might put them there. Yeah. And they hear some of these journeys out of the belief systems, and then they think to themselves, well, you know, now that I think about it, I had some questions that, you know, I wanted to ask my pastor, but was afraid to. Yeah. Well, now I know that there are these sources that I can go to ask these questions from people that have been there and know what it's like. So yeah, that's kind of why I do what I do.
Well, and it's normalizing the conversation. So, right, being trans, right, when I look back at the 80s and 90s, right, who did I have to identify with? And who did I have to connect with? My church told me one thing. And if I wanted to find any representation whatsoever, we were being told that, you know, we're killers, we're horrible people, right? Yeah, you know, you look at the movies, you look at the representation, and we talk about, right, you know, the only other representation is in porn. And how do you connect with that? Yeah, and so there you go. And now we have a little bit more representation. We have conversations, and it is causing people to have to ask questions. And so the din is really important for the person that is in the Yukon or the person that is in Western Minnesota, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't have that connection, that's literally surrounded by people saying one specific thing and one specific way. And then all of a sudden they have a din that says this is a little different, which then lets them ask the question of what does this actually mean?
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So if there are any of you folks that you don't want to punch something into the comments because you're kind of, you know, afraid a little bit, don't worry. People here generally don't bite. And
I do. But that's a separate thing. That's a kinky thing.
Uh-oh.
We don't kink shame here either.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But yeah, coins and Star Trek. And yeah, but feel free to get in touch with me.
Star Trek. Where did Star Trek come from?
If you want to, I have the game, Fleet Command or whatever. And apparently they're doing another Armada without me. Fuckers. But anyways, get in touch with me if you wanted someone to talk to.
Neil, I want to say that we had a discussion the other night on my channel about how much it can hurt someone that's trans to ask them questions, and some people just want to ask questions because they're trying to inform themselves.
Yeah, sure.
And so I offered up myself. You can ask me anything. I literally don't care. I won't be offended, and as long as you're respectful, you can ask me anything. So anybody that wants to ask anything, just get me on Twitter, and you know, as long as you're not a jerk and you're having a conversation, I don't mind. Whatever it is.
Yeah, as long as the questions aren't, you know, have ulterior bullshit motives behind them.
Right. You know, the general rule, don't be a curiosity. Dick.
Yeah, and definitely don't pull it out in public and wave it around either.
No.
Don't
not a good idea.
It never goes well. That's why I'm not allowed to Safeway anymore.
B and I were talking about this before, like in that same context. Like, and if you do start asking questions to trans people and a trans person tells you, like, you can ask me this question, but don't ask other people, like, be receptive to them saying, okay, this might not be a good question to ask in the future. So maybe don't ask other people. Like, it's okay if you ask me, like, because if they ask you and you've made it clear that they can learn from you, like, that's fine. It's like just be receptive to if a trans person tells you that your question might not be appropriate for other contexts. Just don't take it personally.
Yeah, don't go around asking everybody because you got to answer from one trans person. It doesn't mean it's okay.
That's right,
for sure.
But you also you got to remember too that some folks don't know how to put their thoughts into questions too, and they're not intending any harmful, harm of it at all, or any disrespect. It's just, you get jackasses like me that don't really know how to formulate those kind of questions sometimes. And I never intend it to be harmful or bad in any way. I'm genuinely curious about things that I might be tinkering around in my head that aren't really making connections. So once I'm informed, then I have better connections, and then I learn to ask better questions as well.
Yeah, and we can respond to that like saying, okay, I understand where you're coming from. In the future, here's how you can phrase it.
That's what we look for sure. For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always been a person that's been open about whoever I am in any situation, because kids ask questions and I answer them, because if you don't answer their questions, then they're not going to know. So, but on the opposite side of the spectrum of what you said, Neil, is that a lot of trans people, they're hypersensitive to that because they're so used to being picked on or called out or knocked down or whatever, that they're very cautious with themselves of letting somebody in, and somebody asking them a question like that. It can be very hurtful. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So just come to me. I can't get hurt by it. It doesn't.
Yeah. I just had somebody asking me about coming on for the 18th of Saturday, but unfortunately I think somebody else is looking for that date. Mikey, just so you know, Alicia got in touch with me.
Aisla?
Okay. Is that okay? I have no idea. It's Aisla.
I read
Here we go again, Neil.
Every time. I read Alicia every time, but then I have to stop and go, Aisla. Okay.
So that means I spelled her name incorrectly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call her La. Let's cut right to the chase.
Yeah, I did. I spelled it wrong. I threw the L in there. Anyway, she wanted to do September 19th, but the 19th of September is not a Saturday. It's the 18th that's a Saturday.
That sounds like her.
Okay, yeah. So, no reply yet, but I have somebody else wanting to do the 18th as well, but I kind of promised it to Aisla. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can't really say yes to that other person yet. But I can offer up the following Saturday.
Speaking of that day, when you're on, I will be shifting over to your channel, but I will be doing a 24-hour stream the 18th and the 19th.
Oh, really?
For a charity drive, because that is the AD Awareness Day.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
For aortic dissection awareness and the John Ritter Foundation. I will likely be having people from the Ritter Foundation on, and a tiny sliver of a chance to have Jason Ritter on.
That would be cool. Be very cool. And you're gonna hold on. You're gonna come into the after party while you're doing.
No, I'll be hosting your channel while you're on, and I'll be taking a break from streaming at that point.
Oh, glad I could help.
Look at Sweet cheating. He's gonna just co-opt your show for a few hours.
That's okay.
To help you stay awake. Cheating.
What you should do though, Sweet, is give me some stuff that I can promote as well during that time. Okay, and it's things you might want me to mention, stuff like that, and I'll do that for you for sure. While you're taking your break.
Sweet.
Should we do a silent auction for like online services? Steam
kind of
gift
services,
card.
Mikey?
I don't know. I don't know if I should stay or run right now.
Like auction Mikey's production value off.
You will get one beat created to your exact specifications, mixed and mastered, signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours.
One beat. There, that's
Boom. That's it. That's the one I was looking
one beat.
for.
You get one computer screen scratch and sniff of Ollie Man holding up the
Yeah, smell-o-vision.
There you go. Screenshot. There you go.
You get one bandana guaranteed to have been worn by Neil for 12 hours.
I'm sorry, what?
You get one bandana guaranteed to have been worn by Neil.
All of my bandanas have been worn by me.
Ooh.
Oh, you could do that thing, Neil, where you take it off and you put it in a bag and then you sell it to someone and they sniff it
That's what I'm saying.
like underwear. Guys pay for that shit. Just saying.
Only bandanas.
Right. That's what was said earlier. No kink shaming. So
Only Dana.
however you do it,
Bandana.com.
whatever your Neil fetish is, go get it.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, put all your fetishes
Only
about Neil in the
bandanas?
chat so we can get this merch going.
Oh my goodness! I think we're traveling through space because I just saw Saturn fly behind you. Justice, on the screen there. You're muted.
Justice,
No,
we
you're
can't
still
hear you.
muted. No, you're really muted.
We can't hear you, Justice. You're muted
Go
somehow.
Did you turn your mic off? I do that all the time.
Have you turned it on and back off again?
It's because you're really high all the
On
time,
and back
Ollie.
off again.
Damn it, Tweed. Not only did you get to it before me, but you fucked it up.
Nope. There's something going on.
Any day now.
I'm just thinking about food right now.
What kind of food?
Probably Mediterranean food today.
So shocked right now, Ben.
Oral food.
Ben, you're my
I am in
hero.
puberty.
You're my hero.
That is going through puberty.
Did you ever know that you're my
I laugh now.
hero?
Oh my
Right, Ben? Right, Ben? I laugh now.
Yeah, you laugh now.
Yeah,
'cause
give it 2
you're
months.
gonna
We'll be
also
laughing
in
then.
puberty.
Right?
I think still me.
Wait till your voice starts cracking. Then
Me
Oh,
too.
that's so great. That was
My
such a
voice is
fun
already
time.
changing. So
It is.
wait till it cracks.
The squawks are great.
yeah, it's coming.
You
know-
sound
Oh,
like
it's crazy though, because I follow Ben. I follow Ben on TikTok, and he sings on there. And from like 4 months ago to now is
Mhm.
totally fucking different.
Yeah, even my I'm doing a thing where I record just like saying a sentence. I'm doing it every month, and then I'm gonna put it all into a video, and so you can hear the progression. Even like
Oh, that's
between
good.
last month and now, there's been a big change, and I hear that like 2 months, like 2 months and 3 months are kind of big voice milestones. So
Right.
Test,
Are
test,
you
test.
done?
Can you hear me?
It's like that game you used to get. We had to move the little tiles.
Yeah,
around.
yeah, the little square blocks.
Yes,
So-
we can hear you, Justice.
Okay, so there we go. You can now hear me. Yes,
That's
we,
much
we
better.
had to fit into your game. I had to bring at least a part of the best universe into the show, at least a little bit.
Okay. Oh, you mean the background? Is that what you're?
Yeah, you seeing it? You got the trailer from Next Gen right there.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. You gotta have fun. If we're not having fun with video and video control, then what the flip are we doing?
True enough.
I love flips.
Now, what I wanted to do, and I
Flips.
brought Drew into the convo here. So Drew Beckius is here. Drew is one of my dearest, closest friends. Drew works a lot in the physical spaces of secular thought and secular control, and how do you affect the din from a brick and mortar perspective, right? But what I've wondered is, you know, and the atheist experience has done a really good job, I believe, with the atheist community of Austin, building the narrative of connection between what is actual physical space, you know, working with the different groups like out of, you know, the Tri-State Freethinkers and some of the other groups out there. But what are your thoughts specifically, Neil, on how we bridge the gap between what we get on YouTube with the din and then the connection to actual being able to have a person give you a hug and have a connection with you, so you realize that you actually matter more than that video?
I think so far the best way that I've seen that sort of thing to come to be is through these conventions, through these get-togethers that have been going on for a long time. like the Faithless Forums, the atheist conventions that go around, that you see people like Seth Anders or Dillahunty or Aaron Ra at these kinds of places, and you can meet them. And I'll tell you, being at a couple of these myself already, they're very easy folks to approach and to talk to, and you get to give them hugs, and you get, I mean, if that's what some people really don't like being touched, and I get that, but you get to shake their hand or whatever. And I always let people know, if they ever see me out there, come and talk to me. And if you want a hug, I'm down for it. I'm a hugger. So
I'll be there.
But I think that's only a linear projection. That's only a linear projection, right? So that means that I have to get a hug from Neil every single time, right? Every person in Midwest Nebraska and over in Minnesota has to get a hug from you.
Okay.
How do we then connect that to the physical? And I know that's absolutely totally right.
I mean, apparently someone,
other groups.
just as someone said it in the chat during the actual show, is that Neil needs to come up to Minneapolis. So obviously he needs to do that so that he can give everyone a hug and then tour city to city and then start all over again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If I could do that, you're damn right I would.
We're going on the road.
I know,
Wait a
right?
minute.
I
Bring your
totally want
bandanas,
to.
okay? That's what we need. We need the sweaty bandanas and we'll be good.
If we're just going to go around and hug people.
Right?
What?
What's that?
12-hour. Someone had said before during the bandana pitch that each one was going to be worn for a minimum of 12 hours. So that's part of the promise.
Well, I generally, the one you see on me right now is my not working one. I have a set of these that I wear only at work, and I take them off when I get home, shower, and put a brand new one on at night. So I could keep some of my dirty at work ones that are really sweaty if you want.
Oh, yes. Make sure it's a white one, though.
So hot.
I want to see the sweat.
Well, Mike, you could buy a lot and just have Neil like time around his legs and his arms.
Oh.
And that way it's warm.
Put it all in my armpit. There you go.
Well, yeah, whatever. Have him stick one down as the bonus. There's a bonus one that got stuck down the crack of Neil's ass.
The bonus ones? Oh, no.
The more you have, though, the more you're creating these, churning them out. Churn out more bandanas. Well, that's more people that'll buy them.
And the more
you fund a whole empire off these things.
And the more bandanas he wears, the more he sweats. See how this it's a positive feedback loop. We just made all the money.
You can use the bandanas as a relic to start each of these communities, planting 604 atheist communities all across the nation.
Kind of sounds like
beyond.
gangs now. Is this the Crips and the Bloods?
I mean, maybe, and they all
everybody's got to have a bandana on their head of a certain color.
It's
a 604 gang.
The communing focal point of the the right there.
Oh my God! Neil's demonetized now. Trying to start a gang.
Yeah, no.
Not a gang. Just a cult.
I'll probably sell these things
WWND
in my merch store at some point.
Just a cult. Well, if that's all.
I do know there's a couple mutual aid groups too that you can get in physical contact with to do secular humanist things. Now there may be some theists in the group, but by and large, most people are not. But like Food Not Bombs is a great mutual aid group to get out and just do good. And whether or not there are theists in the group, I mean, because atheism itself is only an answer to one question and is not a monolith at all.
Right.
Which we all know, but just to say it. But there's a lot of groups out there that do good in person, and you can make connections that way through the physical connection that way. And my favorite one to do is Food Not Bombs here in Omaha.
That's really cool. So Bill's one of the few that hasn't seen me without the bandana. And so how many in here have not seen me or have seen me without the bandana? Or
recently or old pictures? Yeah, recently no.
Recently no. Okay, so you haven't been in
weeks ago.
Was it?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I've taken this off live in a while.
Yeah. Well, maybe backstage.
You have to now.
Because I often
you tease.
I often get asked, like, "Are you wearing that because you're balding?" And I'm like,
"Yes,
no, I'm
yes,
wearing
I
it
am.
because it keeps the hair out of my fucking face. That's why I'm wearing it." Because if I take it off, I literally look like a fucking Yeti. So, all right, if you want me, I'll take it off if you want.
Take it off. Take it off.
Take it.
Shower.
No, that's a lot of hair.
Woo!
Well, Jesus Christ.
If God came down, that's what I would expect. This is what God would look like in the flesh. Long,
Give away my
flowing
secrets,
mane of hair,
The
majestic.
face of God.
With a t-shirt that says question everything.
Including me. I love that. I've seen that actually. Somebody spray painted question everything on the wall, and right underneath it says why.
Question everything, even this.
Yeah, that's one I get often too. Sauron.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Or Sauron.
No,
You do look like Christopher Lee a little bit.
What?
I see it.
Cool.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Apparently, God looks like Christopher Lee.
Everybody wants to look like Christopher Lee.
So Christopher Lee is an interesting actor because I don't remember which. I think it was either Lord of the Rings or it was something else where
Star Wars.
It may have been Star Wars too, but he corrected the director on what it's like when you stab someone because he
Because of his
served in World
military
War
experience.
II and he literally has killed people with a bayonet.
Oh.
And so
I've heard that before too.
he corrected the director. What's that?
They had bayonets
Christopher Lee
during World
served in
War
World War II.
Or they have
I would
bayonets?
hope so.
Do they have bayonets today? Maybe I just don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Do they really? Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm a lover, not a
uh,
fighter. I don't have a clue.
And so he corrected the director, and I don't remember whether it was Lucas or whether it was Peter Jackson on what it's like when you stab someone.
Probably Star Wars because I don't think he stabbed anybody in what's it called?
He got stabbed in
No.
Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. Wormtongue stabbed him in the back.
Oh, maybe maybe that was it then.
So I don't know whether it was that or whether it was something else.
I must say he lightsabered some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is not what it's like to lightsaber someone. I know this.
Just to continue the Neil is God personified theme. I have to point this out. How much your headset or whatever kind of looks like a halo, but not a golden one. It's an atheist halo, right? So it's
Skeptical halo.
It is. It's a skeptic's halo about his head.
I can't look away, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of I never used to wear bandanas. I probably started wearing these because I shaved my head. Right, the second time I shaved my head, and for cancer, wigs for cancer, because I had hair huge hair, and I shaved it. Did that twice after growing it out, and it's a good thing to do. But I can't do it anymore because nobody wants this shit for a wig, right? So
they die. They die.
You don't know that, man. There's old ladies with cancer, old men with cancer too.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's a pretty badass set of locks. I'd take them if I needed them.
Did you do it through little locks
I'd
of
wear
love?
that shit.
No, I can't remember the name.
St. Baldrick's?
I have the little certificates they give you too, but somewhere in here. Not within arm's reach, which is unusual for this show. But
where's the real Neil?
Who are you and
another
what
reason
have you done with Neil?
I'm not going to do it anymore because I have psoriasis on my scalp, and I really don't need that to be all over
Fair
the place.
enough.
People will run away from me. So
I did that once, Neil, when I got divorced and came out of the closet.
Yeah.
I chopped my hair was all the way down to my butt, and I had him chop it all the way off.
Yeah.
And then cut it about as short as it is right now. Gave it to Locks of Love.
yeah, but see, there we go. Thanks, Andrew. Locks of Love doesn't accept gray hair. Well, the reason why gray hair isn't as wanted as much is because it actually loses. Although for some reason mine's still super silky and soft, but that's because I take good care of my hair. But it tends to be a lot more straw-like at this stage usually. So
Yeah, it's true.
that's another reason I did. How much blood and hair do you need to become Neil? Well, I go down a couple of milliliters every time I donate, although I haven't been able to donate for the last little while because of the blood thinners.
I went on Thursday for you, Neil.
Attaboy. Thanks, brother.
You can see the bruise. Can you see the bruise?
The bruise. You got a shitty nurse.
They jammed me pretty good this week.
Okay.
Quit moving. I'm not.
I didn't move.
I'm not moving. You're just missing.
Yeah.
I went to go get my blood drawn. The chick that drew my blood, she was like a pro. Just like held it perfectly in place. It didn't wiggle when she was switching out the vials. I was like, who the fuck are you? I've never had anybody do it. It was like textbook.
Ben knows the pain I went through, but they had IVs in both my arms. So they took blood from right here. And if you've never had a blood draw from this area of your body, it is painful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait till they do an air blood gas. Isn't that what it's called, Ben?
An ABG, yeah.
Yeah. They pull it out of your that shit hurts. Do it from the top of your hand.
That's why I'm really glad I got rid of my blood. I was just so sick of the testing and
I'm trying to do that with my flesh.
The wear and tear. And it's just
We had a patient when I was an EMT. We got called to a jail
and they had no blood.
to start an IV because none of them could get the IV on this girl, but she was about to get sent to prison, and she was a diabetic, and she decided to eat like 9 cookies, and so her blood sugar spiked, and so they wanted an IV on her, but she was an IV drug user, so she had no veins left. Which is why they called us to do the IV for them, and she was like really not letting us do one in her hand. We're like, we got to do it in your hand because like you don't have any veins in your arm left, and she's like, just do it in my neck, like don't do it in my hand. Like, we cannot start an EJ. Like, we're not going to give you an EJ because if we do an EJ, you're going to the hospital. We're not taking you to the hospital. We're just going to stick this in your hand.
Right.
Like, it's funny how like IV drug users, like they can do that, but then they won't be okay with an IV. Like, excuse me. Like, this will save your life. Can you let us do the damn
Just
IV
give me
in
the
your
central
hand?
line.
Only shit I put in my veins is the shit that was gonna kill me, buddy. None of that good stuff.
So this was directed at you, but being a blood donor, I could tell Theo exactly. Is approximately like a hair over 5 liters, or I think it's 10.5 gallons, or no, pints, 10.5 pints to the average human.
Dang.
I'm a quart low after they took all the blood they did.
You said a quart.
But yeah, 10.5 pints on average, and just slightly over 5 liters in here in Canada, and the rest of the world. But
yeah, we go by liters with blood. Jeez,
Oh, yeah?
man, calm down. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yelling at us.
All the medical stuff is in.
Yeah,
it's
all
in
science
metric,
and medical
it's
is
not standard. Yeah.
I know.
That might be true, but it's also not true because you actually donate a pint of blood. 450 milliliters is a pint. You donate a pint of blood. So that
That's
doesn't
right.
make
I
sense.
wonder why they do that.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense for what
I blame
Mongo
Because we're the
fears-
U.S. That's why we're the fucking
Yeah.
United.
I was gonna
States.
say,
We do
God
what we
bless
want.
America.
When was the
We're
last time we
Canada.
stopped to ask if it made sense or not? Fucking Christ!
The answer is yes.
Yes,
Neil
10
is in fact
gallons.
a Chevy.
Got a
The only
10
thing
gallon
Yeah.
venous
Right.
system.
This is bugging the crap out of me. I'm putting my bandana back on. It starts tickling my nose, and then I'm going to start sneezing, and nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see
There's
that.
tons of mice like a QAnon person now.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of mice, I need to upload a new video to Only Gloves because I have one.
Well, we asked you earlier if you had any gloves handy. Don't know if you noticed it.
Oh, I see what you did there, Handy. I see.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh my
I get
God.
it.
My page is getting a lot of, well, not like a lot, but it's getting people. I'm like, why? Why do you want this? I mean, no shaming. It's great. Pay for med school. This is fine.
Right.
$25 a month.
But also, I'm putting no effort into it.
I was just about to ask Dr. Ben, what kind of doctor were you? Are you? You just said med school, so an MD.
DO.
Towards.
Yeah.
A DO?
Mhm.
What's a DO?
In the U.S.,
Shit, I'm
not
ignorant.
really any different than an MD. It's the same thing. Just different
okay,
letters.
because you're in
But
Canada. Yes.
I'm in the U.S.
Oh, wait, where?
I'm in the United States. Yeah.
Oh, you are in the U.S. Oh, okay.
Yep. There's only
But
two
it's a
Canucks
DO.
here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who's the other Canuck?
Ollie.
Ollie. Okay. And what?
The 902
so
disc golf guy.
is it Sweet? So Sweet, you have your own podcast,
Yep.
right? Or channel. B,
boring,
you have
though.
one as well? And
Oh,
Dr. Ben? Do all of you, are all of you,
Not me.
is this the podcasting?
Whatever, Mikey.
Shit, Mikey.
Mikey, you have like 3.
Yeah.
I
don't
Yeah,
like
I
five
mean-
different
just on other
places every
people's.
week.
Mikey, you have 3? And Neil, you're starting a second? Is that what I caught earlier? Sorry, I confess
Third.
my ignorance. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Neil keeps threatening to start a third one for himself.
Actually,
Third
there's
one. Okay.
I am involved with the nonprofits. I do their show. Usually it's about once a month I record for them.
Okay.
I also do once a month I do another show called Atheist Drinking Out Loud.
Yep.
Mm.
I will be doing True North Talk when it
Sure you
eventually
will.
starts.
That's the new one, right? Yeah.
And there are other things that are kind of really just floating around at the moment that may come to fruition in the future. I may be doing something with Godless Mom. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Godless Mom.
Yeah.
Courtney Hurd. She lives a few hours away from me. So I've been over to her place. Wonderful, wonderful lady.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a hell of a cook, too. Anyway. So
That's something you offer to fix things around the house, Neil.
yes,
So
I
they'll
know.
feed you.
I'm called, so I can change light bulbs, right? So there you go.
Hey, whatever makes the food come on the table, buddy. Whatever.
And there have been other ones chatted about too, like myself and Dick Dawson might want to do like a Friday night kind of radio sort of show where we talk about goofy shit about atheism and then play music in between everything. And so there might be that as well. I don't know. Oh, there goes my Star Trek game again. I'm not sure, but eventually some of these things will ultimately come to fruition. So I'm going to be a very, very busy man. I might actually have to quit my job, and I really don't want to because I'm a chemist for an environmental company. So
Okay.
I
Yeah, I was going to ask what you mentioned sweating, working hard during the day,
I don't
laboring
I work
over
in-
constructive efforts or whatnot.
No. I
So,
work
but
in
you're
an
a chemist,
air-conditioned lab.
Still sweating all over the place. They're hot chemicals. Yeah.
No, not really. Well, I do have
No, no.
there's the heat bath, which steams up quite a bit. So and that's where you put
Okay.
the antifreeze in and you test its level of bubbliness and whether or not
Oh, wow.
it's within spec. And
Ooh,
stuff
it's
like that.
bubbly.
Yeah. Oh, it's bubbly, but it can only go. You want it to be under 150 mils of bubble and be able to break in less than 5 seconds. So you have a stopwatch and you're measuring it, and you type in the measurements, and then you watch it bubble. Then you hit the stop, you pull the plug out, and it goes and drops, and you time it, see how long it takes. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's one of
It's
the.
a lot for antifreeze.
Oh, that's one of the tests.
Oh.
I also have
Wow.
to test the pH
Yeah.
level. I also have to test the reserve alkalinity, which involves hydrochloric acid. Yay!
How much it
And,
tastes like Mountain Dew, maybe.
How much it tastes like that Skittles
I
Mountain
like
Dew
Mountain
that
Dew.
Mickey was drinking.
Good. My
So
Mountain
Do you
Dew.
taste test everything? Is that part of your environmental responsibilities? If we accidentally leak everything, what's it going to taste like for those drinking it out of the ground? That should be a test?
Well, it's ethylene glycol, and glycol, as you know, is very
Sweet.
sweet. So we actually
I don't know.
add
Yeah.
an agent called Bitrix to
Okay.
antifreeze to make it bitter so that animals don't want to drink it. And trust me, that stuff is horrible. Every time I refill the container that I use for pouring it
Powder.
into the mixtures, it's not a powder, it's a liquid.
Oh.
And
Oh.
but the aromatic spray from it, I guess, is what it kind of gets in your nose, and it gets on my mustache sometimes, and then I'll be like, I lick my mustache. And say, now, the glorious thing about it is chocolate is the only thing that combats the flavor. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
fine with that. Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Chocolate.
Hey guys, so I'm actually gonna get off because I found out one of my friends who I've been
What are you
trying to
getting
get in
off on?
contact with. I've been trying to have a video chat with a friend for a while, and they're available tonight. So I'm gonna go hop off and take advantage of that. But
Absolutely.
I'll probably be
Bye,
on
buddy.
the next time Neil's on. But I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Peace out, bro.
Later, man.
Great meeting you,
What's your
student.
name,
Hi,
doctor.
Dan.
All right. Oh, normalizing atheism is in the chat now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Pastor Mike.
Look, Neil's mustache, $100.
I'm good,
you would
bro.
have subscribers to that on OnlyFans.
What's that? Lick my mustache?
Yes.
I'm not starting an OnlyFans page. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you already got the bandana problem, so don't kink
I
shame.
know, right? I know. I know.
You can just do all kinds of fun, crazy antics, and the rest of us will start an only page of your shit and profit off of you. So if you don't want to have it,
that's
that's fine.
fine.
If you're too
Capitalism
proud,
101.
that's great. The rest of us will do it.
We've
Okay,
got
that's fine.
bandanas. We've got hugs. I mean, you've already promised me plenty of hugs there.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
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 Now we have lick the
Minnesota tour.
mustache.
Yeah. No.
Please don't go with the lick the mustache.
We'll have mustache clippings to send out.
That works.
Mm.
We should.
So you do sprinkle them on your tongue. You're like,
Yeah.
been there before. I ain't trying to floss. Trim that
B,
shit.
B, what are you kink shaming for?
Huh?
What are you kink shaming for?
No, not me. I ain't kink shaming. I'm just saying personal preference. Personal preference. Don't want to be flossing. Try to do that before I go to bed.
Pasta Mike, the deepest voice in atheism. All right, so yeah,
Seth Andrews and Pasta Mike combating each other for the lowest voice.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
Seth has got a really good voice too. I'm thinking maybe the hair and you doing this be with the spitting it out stuff that reminded me of an old stupid joke that my dad told me one time about the guy that goes into a barber. He says, "Do you guys cut women's hair?" And he goes, "Yeah, of course." He goes, "Good, I got one stuck right back here."
All the way back there. I mean, you're really like working on that shit then, huh?
This is just giving her.
I
Eh?
mean,
And that
that's
is
not
one
what
of the
they
most Canadian
mean when
things.
they say "eat her out."
I know.
That's not what they mean.
That
a
don't mean
euphemism.
literally. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them stuck right in there. But
Oh
yeah,
my
that's the most
God.
Canadian thing you'll ever hear me say. Giving her, eh?
Hey,
We got to add the giving her in there.
Giving her.
Totally giving her, eh? Yeah, that's very Canadian. Mikey, what should we
That's
do
right
for?
there, bye.
What should we do for around the horn question tonight?
I think the two people at the top need to answer the Phil, the ruler of heck question.
Phil, the ruler of heck. I like that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So you three are now Phil, the ruler of heck, prince of insufficient light. You have the ability to curse someone with a minor inconvenience for the rest of their life. So an example would be both sides of their pillow are a little bit too warm at all times.
Evil.
I know, right?
Another popular one has been whenever you put on socks, within the next 5 steps, you'll step in a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Always a wet
So
That
what would you curse someone with?
ooh, everybody hopes you clean, but they clean like a 4-year-old.
As a parent of a toddler, I hate you.
That's good. That's
That
good.
is diabolical.
That's fantastic.
Tell me more.
It's on the edge of horrible, actually. That's pretty mean.
I said minor inconvenience.
Not life-altering crisis.
It's true.
See, this is why I keep her around. I can talk about the deep shit. I need her to keep me balanced.
Yeah. I can see Hitler needs some Xanax on that one.
That's gold. I ordered it Wish.
Oh,
It's late as hell and it's just a little bit cheap.
Yo, leave Pasta Mike alone. I'll be making fun of him, but damn, we're not doing the points game tonight. Relax.
Oh, that was fucking gold.
Well, I don't know if mine can compete with Erica, but I was going to say that there's never more than half a glass of scotch left in the bottle.
Oh shit! That
So
would
I don't
piss
know.
me off.
that's not a minor.
I mean, that's
As soon
more
as you
than a
buy it,
minor
there's like this
inconvenience,
much.
but I don't know.
God damn
Well,
it.
yeah, there's never more than half a glass left in the bottle. So
God, I hate it when that happens.
just this perpetual magical loop. So
I
Yeah.
think. I think
and
if
you're
I was
hurting over there,
around,
Neil. Yeah.
I think if I was around, you'd probably have that problem.
You've met my partner. She was always brought up that you never finish anything.
Yep.
So I am constantly finding chip bags with like one chip left. And everything.
Now, if that isn't petty, it's like
That is not.
I can't leave
That's
it
not
empty.
the idea. You're supposed
But
to
I
eat one
am going to
serving.
eat 9 of the last 10 chips.
Not one
I'm
chip.
just gonna-
A serving.
There's 10 chips left. I could leave them all. I could eat 9 of those fuckers and leave 1.
I
Called
said,
greed, my friend.
Follow the rule like a petty asshole. That's
I didn't
great,
know that we would
Justice.
actually have Phil, the ruler of heck, online tonight.
Here she is.
Yes,
your order is what you want from me.
I'm just.
You want me to enact this? I can do that for you.
It's the
Also-
worst.
also
It's so
guilty.
much more job. Every time I go to grab something, I'm just throwing shit away. And then the trash can's full.
Well, I figured it out, so
You
we're
know,
good.
we have to walk across the forest to
Well,
get
I
to
know,
the trash.
But that's fine. I do it, so it's good.
Sometimes I just can't finish a whole Snickers, so I have to leave parts of it all over
What's
the house.
wrong with you?
Or a bag of chips. I forgot my phone charger upstairs and got
Yeah,
distracted.
it's just Snickers.
And then I leave it there and then I forget. And then I eat something else. And I'm just saying it's a bigger problem than maybe we're led to believe.
Mikey, the
So you
Snickers is
leave
not like a
parts
giant
of it
Toblerone. It's this fucking
all
big. Who doesn't
over.
finish a Snickers?
It's not like
Maybe I have like 40.
I can eat a Toblerone in one sitting. Are you kidding?
Big
Maybe
one? Fuck yeah.
Not just half
yeah.
of the Snickers, someplace, but pieces of it.
yeah.
A trail of
I
fucking
want to know
bread
who the
Not
hell's
all the way back
un-American
Not
enough
even
to
a
not
quarter.
finish the damn
You do
Snickers bar.
1/16. You leave only 1/16 of a Snickers, and you're good.
Oh, no. No.
Wow,
I mean,
wow.
Or if I
Erica,
eat
I
like
didn't
only
know you were
half of
having
my
such a hard time. You could have taken. So Erica and Justice were both over at my place last night. We didn't finish a bag of chips. Erica, if I'd have realized you could have taken the rest of the barbecue chips with you, okay, hid them from Justice so that her petty ass didn't leave just one left for you and eat the rest. Okay?
Oh, didn't you see the Chex Mix? I didn't touch the chips, but did you see the Chex Mix? I left you 3
Oh,
crumbs.
I was going to say you ate all. You finished the bowl of the Chex Mix, but no,
I
there were
left
a
you
few
3
crumbs.
crumbs.
So we're really stretching this reality here, Justice. So yes,
No, but
Oh,
I
my
actually,
God.
this is where
Finish
my
it.
passive aggressive comes out is I just, after 18 years, I'm fucking done throwing all that away. So I just started bringing it and putting it on her desk. And she would one day like lost it. She's like, I have to work.
It's okay.
That was fun.
I mean, maybe other people do the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you guys are the crazy ones. Maybe that's how everyone should be living
So,
like this.
If I was going
Maybe
to
this is
say,
the better way.
so if I was going to say, if I was the Lord of Heck, and I am now doing a minor inconvenience, I am going to say all videos will be 16:8.
I don't even know.
What the fuck is wrong
I
with
don't
you?
even know what that means. I know it's a dimension, but I don't know.
That means you're going to have
black.
black bars on everything.
Is that what that means?
Yep.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
Enjoy, Mike.
Or where there's like the green shit across the bottom. Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah, you're going to have that VHS like flickering shit at the bottom
Mm.
permanently. So out of all the ones that I've heard, the two best I've seen are the toddlers cleaning, oddly enough. But the other one that you'll also enjoy is every time the person you curse has to go somewhere, they're always just a little bit short of gas, and so they have to stop.
Oh, Drew, I know that pisses you off. Okay, I gotta say, tons of mice queue. Every time you call your partner's phone, her parents pick up. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough, Mike.
No.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Curse a teenage boy with that? Oh.
Who is it?
That would not be a minor inconvenience then.
I have a question, Tweed, or Sweetie Pie. I see the evolution there. So, Swede, E-Pie. So what is this? The goddess of heck, the lord of heck, whatever the fuck.
You are filled. Yes.
Phil, the ruler of heck, or whatever. Yep. So is it literally heck, or are we censoring out the word hell?
No, it's heck because it's a minor inconvenience.
Yep, that's right.
It's not bamboo shoots up your fingernails for the rest of eternity. It's a minor inconvenience.
Lucifer, the Prince of Hell will like literally like put you and impale you. Phil is just a dick.
I see.
How about this one, Sweet?
I get it.
I've never got a chance to answer this question either, Sweet. So how about this one?
Okay.
Every time you enter or leave a building, regardless of temperature or humidity, your glasses steam up.
No, God, I hate
you. You're mean, man. Mike, you kick him out of here. We can't take this level of antagonization.
No.
Can't do it. It's just fucking rude, man.
You went too far, Ali.
My last one, when I answered this last time, I said that, you know how you go to look on your keys, you got to find the right key? Okay, I said you can never find the right key for what you're standing in front of.
Oh, God. No.
It's the last key you try every time.
No, you just can't find it.
True anyway.
But someone else can grab your keys and unlock the door, but you can't find it.
Oh, I got it. It will take you no less than 6 times to get a USB inside the fucking charging.
Keep it upside down, trying to put it in.
5, 6, Jesus.
So the other one that someone had put out there when I asked this in a different venue was every time you pass gas, you always squirt just a little bit.
Oh,
never just a part.
That is not a minor inconvenience. That is not minor. That is not okay. Nope. Yes. Go see your doctor.
It's like you're
it's a curse. Your doctor's not going to find anything.
We're going to give you a plug.
I feel that.
OT.
Stick a butt plug in whenever you're walking around so you don't squirt.
I just booked OT actually for the show.
Oh,
so.
shit.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's mean time.
So I don't know how many else of you guys are programmers or anything like this, but your syntax check is always 1 space off.
Where's Randolph? Neil, text him.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means, but sounds mean.
Damn, sounds bad.
Sheesh.
Also, there's the one where every stoplight you come up to, there's a cop, and it always switches to yellow.
Oh no, I would stop driving.
I don't think that's a minor inconvenience either.
I was going to say for tonight that every time you're in a vehicle, you have a part of your clothing sticking out of the door. In all weather. Or even if it's dry, no matter what the weather is, every time you walk outside, you get splashed by a car hitting a puddle. Even if there's no puddles, you still get splashed.
You will lose 1 glove.
For the first 3 times you try to double click on your computer, your mouse moves just enough that you misclick.
Oh,
you guys are taking this too far now.
That doesn't sound minor.
You're gonna give me a psychosis.
I wouldn't be able to do my job correctly if that was happening to me, Swede. I mean, that's
Costing me money.
For every sneeze that you have in actual life, you have 7 or 8 false alarm sneezes preceding it.
No.
I got a better one. Every time you go into your phone, you have to reset your password.
Oh.
Every time you
hate
start
that.
to text,
Jesus, I quit.
it autocorrects
I'm done with
incorrectly.
life.
Oh no. Oh no. Overdrive autocorrect. No.
Every time you start up your car, the first song played is Cotton Eye Joe.
It's like Groundhog Day, but in your car. Even if the radio's off, it plays every time. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Every time you eat popcorn, the kernel gets stuck in between your teeth.
Oh no,
That already
awful.
happens. Try a new one.
Yeah.
That happens anyway every time you
That
eat
shit
popcorn.
hurts.
Jeez.
You're never allowed to come. There it is.
Oh,
You're welcome.
You're always right there.
You always get
You're
so
always
close.
Right there.
And then never goes.
Right there.
No, that's hell. That's Satan. That's hell.
Yeah.
See, this is why
That's
I
a
don't
minor
understand why she
inconvenience.
invites me to these things because I
I
do
don't
go
know.
there.
I don't
go
know.
there.
I don't know if we can handle you.
She's
then,
amazing. I need her in my life all the time.
She's hilarious.
And then the last one that I have written down is within 90 minutes, your right shoelace will always come untied, no matter what. You could hot glue the son bitch, it'll still come undone.
I would just stop wearing shoes with laces.
Even if it's Velcro, it pops open. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's gonna come undone.
Your TV, every time you turn it on, is automatically on Fox News.
Oh.
No,
Minor.
No, that's Satan himself right there.
How about every time you turn on the TV, it's at full blast and you can't stop it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's
every
a good
time
one.
every time you're around all the guys at work, you get an insta wedgie.
Every time you
Like,
rob
you know.
them or rub them.
No, like it just automatically your pants pull up and give you a wedgie.
Jeez.
Minor.
Brutal.
Sorry. I said a back wedgie. I didn't say a front wedgie. That was the original one I thought of. I thought it was too mean. I was trying to be nice, damn it.
So if you look at my
every
Twitter-
hour on the hour.
If you look at my Twitter, I have a pinned tweet that is tons of mice calling me evil because of all the ones that I've come up with. So I'm usually pretty good at this.
Damn.
So tons of mice already posted the picture of me taking
Mice.
the
Mice said Mice says you sneeze instead of come and come instead of sneeze. That's not minor either,
fucking
sir.
hell.
Not minor, no.
Wow.
That's
That's
hilarious.
That's not even funny.
Every time you go to come, a picture of your grandmother flashes through your head.
I have allergies. That's not that sneeze come thing is not a joke. I'd die.
You're gonna be coming all day long.
Say,
And
see, I told
sneezing
you.
all over your favorite people.
Mike,
I told
Mikey, you know what Mikey would take for that kind of condition? Pepper.
I hate you. Do you have the same curse that I have?
Wow.
Wow.
There you go, tons of mice. I had to
That's
fix it.
fantastic.
Also,
funny.
somebody mentioned Randolph, and he appeared in the chat.
You did. On Jur said your chapstick is always almost gone, so that it applies the chapstick, but also the plastic scrapes it off at the same time.
That's awful.
So you don't really ever get chapstick.
Your chapstick always melts in your pocket.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one too.
I mean, I live in the high desert. It will melt everywhere if
Or-
unless it's
Have you
easy.
ever actually finished a thing of
Yeah.
chapstick?
Yeah. My ex was a perma chapstick person. What about if you have like the Carmex, like so instead of the tube, it's like the little pouch
The
dealie?
jar? Oh, the squeezy pouch?
Yeah. So what if every time it goes in your pocket, you pull it back out, the cap is gone?
Oh,
No, that shit will leak out when it gets hot.
that's what she
You-
said.
you-
Yeah, I remember that was last month.
Boom
I remember
roasted.
saying that.
Oh, Shit.
Something gets in the way, and you can never finish an episode of something.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, that's not a minor inconvenience.
No,
Finish
that's
anything?
like mentally
Yeah.
cruel. That's cruel.
Every time you go to watch a series that everybody's been raving about, the streaming service has taken it off.
Oh no!
So pissed
And
about
it always
Firefly.
stops right before she takes her shirt off. That's where it stops every time. Like, yeah, no.
Or every time it gets good in a love scene, your parents walk in.
Ooh, or your child.
How about every
No,
time you're
parents are
watching
worse.
anything?
Children at least are unaware most of the time. worse when it's
Every time
children
you're
or
watching
parent.
anything, somebody contacts you and then spoils whatever the ending is of whatever show you're watching.
Oh, that's just hell. That's hell. That's not.
That's not
good.
nice, man. That's not nice.
So
That's
I
why I
gotta
don't have
say,
very many
Kick
friends.
Ollie out again. Jesus.
I just received a text message from a former parishioner. All right, so I used to be this evangelical fucking preacher. Okay, and
I'm sorry,
I just
man.
received a text message from a former
Parishioner.
congregant, whatever. Yeah, parishioner. Thank you. Who says, "quote Holy fuck, this is fucking amazing." So I just want you to know, he's loving this. So keep it rolling. Entertaining.
I
aspects.
actually studied to be a minister and for my undergrad as well, and
Good
figured
deal.
out that I am such an introvert that me being a pastor would have been a shit thing to do, and I really shouldn't torture people like that.
Well, you are doing a fantastic job torturing us either way. So good job. All right, way
Well,
to fulfill your fucking calling,
if
motherfucker.
you want
All right?
me to torture you, I can talk to you about what I ended up actually getting my master's in.
Oh.
Oh, God,
do
no,
tell.
no.
No.
Sweet, come on, man.
No.
The fact
Come
that
on.
B's so excited makes me all the more anticipatory towards.
I
what
mean,
you
we
might
love
have
you,
to say.
bro, but no, man. Come on.
Macroeconomics.
Come on, sweetie.
It's too
pie.
early to go to bed. It's Saturday night.
Oh,
Hot
Got
too
those
early to go to
macros.
bed.
Come on.
Got those macros.
My
degree that's
literal
degree-
day job is an economist.
You're going to put the chat to
really?
sleep.
I was going to say that the degree that Sweetie got actually works better than ASMR for putting you to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much true.
I believe that. Yeah,
Oh, geez, tons of mice. That is a bad one.
that's it.
Oh wait, what? So the beautiful thing about during the show, Kathleen Q was not impersonating. Oh fuck! Now I forget what Shannon Q.
Oh, yeah.
was not impersonating. That's her the first letter of her last name. So that was fantastic. That it just set off this firestorm of Qs. Love it. Kathleen, are you there? If you're listening, give us a shout. She's a fantastic person from our humanist community here in Minneapolis.
Yes.
So yeah, they're great. Wait, Kathleen made that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
she made
all.
this-
Yes, she did. That's fucking great.
And that's what I talk
It
about. when
is
I talk
fucking
about,
great.
when I talk about how do you actually
Fuck
change
yes.
this stuff, right? We talk about making the news. We talk about actually changing the den, right? How do you then take it to getting that physical entity, that physical connection? And I think that's really where we really want to see how we connect what Neil's
Yeah.
doing. to
Actual
stuff
community.
with community, because it is actual community. What we have here online, what we're doing right now, is actual community.
This is community. When I was leading the clergy project and it's all online everywhere around the whole fucking world, that's real community, but online can only do so much. You know, online can only do so much, right? It can only go so far. So we make use of the resources we have. We do what we can to build what we can in the work of community building. But yet nothing is the same as physical touch. Nothing is the same as live and in person. So not to minimize the other, but we do what we can with what we have.
It's a good thing I don't look like Tom Selleck.
Drew,
Yes, my man.
You once were leader of the clergy project?
Yeah, I was communications director for a couple of years, and then I was president for a little while. I was the second president, I guess. Now
Just so
a
you
guy
know-
named Lon is leading it, but yeah.
Just so you know, since I've been doing this, the Clergy Project and the Secular Therapy and a few other websites I have featured at the bottom of my description box since the beginning, so that if anyone has ever needed to talk to people or whatever, they can go down there and find the link that would help them the best and go right to those places to get help. So, and I've been doing that since day one with these links.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I think my old pastor has to, the way he talks and the way he evangelizes nowadays has to be a member of the Clergy Project, because how little he talks about God or any back when I would go weirded me out at the time before I had deconverted, because it was always how he would talk only about how you personally treat the people around you. And he wouldn't talk about Jesus or God or anything like that. And it was really weird. It was strange, but some other people kind of caught on to it too, but it would be interesting to know if he was a part of that. I know I shouldn't actually ask that, but
I would, even if I knew who your pastor was, and even if I knew the answer, I couldn't say, of course, but no, I mean, I became convinced before I even left the church and before I really realized that I had become an atheist and accepted that. I had become convinced that most evangelical Christian, religious leaders, most religious leaders in general across the spectrum didn't actually believe it, or were right on the brink battling life and death over the shit. So whether they're, even if they're not in the Clergy Project, I wouldn't doubt it at all that they're right there.
But then I struggle with that because I really believed the whole time I did it. I really believed.
So that's the other difficulty, right? Is because it's easy for non-theists to look at the crazy shit coming out of evangelicalism or religion as a whole and just say, oh, none of them believe it. Because I've heard a lot of those blanket statements. None of them believe it. It's all a big, fucking scheme or whatever. But no, I mean, definitely, I believed it 100%. Justice believed it 100%. But there's both sides of that. So
what were you going to say, Neil? You had something you were going to say.
Yes, and it's funny because what I was going to say, before Sweetie cut me off, I had a follow-up thing that I was going to say to Drew, and it's funny because you put it in the private chat. I was going to say, Drew, after hearing all of this from you, you have to come on my show. You have to be a guest on my show.
Yeah, so let's do it.
I mean, while I have you here now, next Saturday work? Oh, hang on, no. The 25th work for you? Let me know.
No, 25th does not work. I already know without looking at my calendar here.
Okay. Does it matter?
To see Neil in his natural environment setting up an interview.
I know, right? Doing this live. Jeez.
On the spot, Drew.
You wonder what happened behind the scenes. This is it, folks. You're seeing it here today for behind the first time
right
ever.
now. Yeah, no, the 25th, I'm at the Pay Gap Festival. All right. So those who would like to think here in the Twin Cities area that maybe all genders and sexes should make the same amount of money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, come support us at the Pay Gap Festival.
What? No, I'm kidding.
Downtown Minneapolis. I don't know, something like that. I'm volunteering. I'm volunteering to be the stage. What's the guy who stands outside the club?
The bouncer.
Bouncer. I'm the stage bouncer. I've never bounced anything in my life. Here's a fun fact. For you, sweetie pie. Whatever next fucking question you got. Here's a fun fact for you, okay? I have never punched nor been punched by anyone in my entire life. And I'm somehow the stage bouncer. I don't know. But yeah.
How'd you get away with that?
You never get in a fight as a child.
I use my words to bring down conflict and solve resolutions.
I'll do it.
I just punch him.
The last thing you want to do. I was a bouncer for years at a club. Never had a fight except for the time buddy tried to hit me with a bat, and I popped his eyeball out, and he had to go get that put back in.
Oh,
Right.
oh, fuck.
Justice gets mad at me at clubs because when women are mean to the guys, I yell at them, and I've almost gotten in a few fights. She gets really mad. She's like, "We're in the middle of Oklahoma at 2 a.m. What the fuck is your problem?"
Oh God, yeah, don't draw any attention. Holy shit!
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Oh, she was yelling at me. I gotta go back." And Justice is like, "Jesus, Erica, stop!" And I was stone sober that night.
I got a funny story for you guys if you want to hear it about Oklahoma by the border of Texas.
Well, hold on. I kind of want to. I do Tuesdays. I do Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So
very important.
I'll talk to Drew. I'll definitely push on this one, Neil.
Yeah, no, I'll do it. We'll figure something out. Maybe it might be best to take it offline, and we'll figure something out.
That's what I'm thinking. What I'll do is I'll send you. I send little photos of my schedule to people, and they can choose dates on there.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't have somebody listed over top of it, you're good. All right. So I should actually open up October because I'm running out of September slots now. Anyway, yeah. All right. So Studs Mice is all excited. Eyeball story.
Eyeball story. He always wants to hear the eyeball story.
Eyeball story.
Wait. Hold on 1 second.
Wait, why?
Where did it go?
Who's holding down? What's going on? We're looking for the eyeball?
Story time with Neil.
It's been a long time since I've seen that banner.
Gather around, children.
It's story time.
I used to work. I've worked at multiple bars and pubs and that kind of thing. And one of the bars I worked at in a little town called Ladner here in BC, there was a fella in there. Ladner's a fisherman's town. So this guy got really drunk and started threatening stuff. So I went to kick him out of the club, and he left. But then as I was out front having a smoke or whatever, chatting with a couple of friends of mine, he came back at me with a fisherman's bat, which is a bat that's about 2.5 feet long. Not even that, maybe about 2 feet long. And it has a hook on the end of it. Like a big metal hook that you can like grab and pull fish out of the water with and then knock them out with the bat. So he came at me with it, but he was so drunk that he was just stumbling everywhere. And he went to lift the bat to hit me. I just held his arm there, and I stuck my thumb and popped his eyeball out. And my buddy had a cup of tepid water that he had gotten, and we put the eyeball in the water. And lucky for this guy, there were paramedics on the other side of the parking lot that just left the grocery store. So I waved them out and grabbed them over, and they're like, "Holy shit, you did that?" I'm like, "Yeah, we learned that. I learned how to do that in Israel, by the way." And then they took him away, and they're laughing because they're telling Buddy it's going to hurt a lot more putting it back in than what you just had. So they had him, and they took him, and they popped the eyeball back in. They had put the cord in, and it only hangs out about there, but still, yeah.
Wait, get the fucking Christ! You popped out. I thought I had a friend growing up who had a glass eye and popped that shit out all the time. You're talking about though a real organic eyeball. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct.
Eyeball?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
No, this
whatever.
is
I'm not a
synthetic.
scientist. I'm
It
not
was
Dr.
built
Ben.
on
Okay, I
GMOs.
don't fucking know what the right words are, and I'm not a scientist. I'm an artist and a lover, baby. All right, so
The
but
guy
his
was
real
Steve Austin.
eyeball.
It was bionic.
Oh my
Yes, a real
God.
eyeball. It's not hard to do.
Mhm.
And it goes back in, and you reconnect it, and you can see again. It's not like severed forever.
No. It's,
Hey man, I hear you. I've been looking for that old socket again too.
The optic nerve is quite long. And
10 mil?
It hangs out.
Yeah, and it
And-
reconnects.
Oh,
Like
of
a
course,
fucking
it
plug
doesn't
and
come
play?
right out. Yeah,
Oh,
they
God.
put the optic nerve in, which is the part that hurts the most.
Oh,
and then
so
they
it
pop the
stayed
eyeball in.
connected. It
Yeah,
stayed
Yeah.
connected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
while
I
the
thought it
guy's
was like,
looking
I'm
forward
picturing
with
it
this
severed,
eye, he's looking
fucking
at the
rolling
ground.
on the floor, chasing it like a goddamn egg. Okay.
That's what I was going to say. When you're looking at their opponent with one eye and their shoe with the other one, the fight's over instantaneously.
Especially, he can't blink now. Blinking does nothing.
Well, he can blink, but
Oh,
it doesn't do
God.
anything.
Yeah, he'll still, it won't stop his view. It'll be very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Fucked it ever since.
Oh, that'd be so weird to blink and then you could still see.
Close your eyes and it's like
You
this.
close your eyes, you're looking at your foot.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's kind of waving, swinging around.
I tried it a second time with another drunk asshole, but I was never able to fully pop it out. It kind of bulged a bit, and then he's got to put it back in. So
That was a bit
It's
quicker.
like, damn, almost did it twice.
I wasn't as drunk, so you know.
Oh, fuck.
Hey,
So I think I
Randolph,
was literally stumbling drunk.
what's your favorite operating system?
For servers, it's Linux, and for workstations, mostly Linux. Depends what I need it for.
Linux.
And everybody sit back.
Okay, we can take
Number one, you said it wrong.
That's
Huh?
Linux.
I've been trying to tell him this forever. It's
Fuck
Linux.
you.
Oh, there's two ways to say it: Linux and Linux. They're both correct.
No,
I'm just
it's
having
Linux.
fun with you. My partner knows me so well. She had engraved into my wedding ring RTFM.
Read the manual.
It may be also tattooed to my arm.
Yeah, there's also KISS. Keep it simple, silly.
Well, that's the nice way. I don't say silly.
Oh, what do you say?
Well, what we've always done is keep it simple, stupid.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've heard that, yeah.
Keep it
What's the other
sexy.
way? Wait, is there another way beyond keep it simple, stupid?
Keep it sexy.
Keep it simple, shithead.
Ew,
Oh,
ew, ew.
shut the fuck! Shithead is what it's supposed to really be.
The word, I don't know.
Stupid is censoring shithead. Is that what it is? I
You
didn't know that.
The variant I just started hearing a moment ago with the word sexy sounded interesting. Let's
I
go.
like
on
that
Yeah.
Keep it super sexy.
No, don't.
I always like PABCAC. Problem
PABCAC?
between
Yeah.
keyboard and chair.
I thought it was Knights in Satan's Service. Isn't that what it was?
Oh, oh, you're referring to the PEBCAC error, where the
Yeah.
problem exists between chair and keyboard. Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, these acronyms are fun. You know, IBM
Keep it
had
sexy.
a 3-letter acronym for FAN. It was AMD. It stood for Air Movement Device.
Wow.
That is crippling.
Fan.
I'm
There's
not,
some
this is
information
real.
I could have
I
gone
feel
my
broken.
entire life without knowing.
I feel broken right now, Randolph. What did you do?
AMD currently has the laugh though. Ryzen has destroyed Intel.
Oh, that's due to the way they're
In the gaming world, yeah. In the business world, it's still Intel everywhere, but definitely I see the gamers are all excited about the Ryzen stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
It depends on what you're handling for your CPU threading on the server side. So we do some of the more cell-based, and that ends up being a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, the Threadripper makes Intel look like dead in the water. 64 cores, 128 cores.
I think Intel had a chip with 128 cores a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was just for research stuff, though.
Yeah.
Very expensive. I don't know what the price was, but
The
you're
Itanium
better off buying a house,
awesome.
apparently.
Threadrippers are about $4,000.
Stidix.
Stidix comes in with some little movie trivia, and then it says, "Oh, I'd also hi." Hey, Stidix.
You know, I was going to tell a really silly joke about Linux kernel build, but I forgot to RTFM.
Puppy. Yes, puppy.
So, Drew, you mentioned you can't tell who is a member of the clergy project. I have a lot of respect for that. The protection of people's privacy is very important, and I feel that throughout the world, a lot of the younger generation don't seem too concerned about protecting their privacy. And I think more people should be. So I think you're on the right track. I run the Canadian Atheists. Neil's our community advocate, but we won't tell who our members are either. It's and it's weird here in Canada. There's a rule about nonprofit organizations that they have to disclose who all their members are to any of the members who request it. Yeah, you know about that. Yeah, so we're structured differently than that to get around that. But it's a serious concern. I know some organizations that have had problems with people taking over and starting new organizations, getting a hold of the membership list because they're entitled to it just for being a member. It's a very weird scenario.
Yeah, Clergy Project has the same thing. So here's how they got around that. Okay, so because they're organized out of Florida. Clergy Project is out of Florida, and at least in Florida anyway, same thing. Membership list of any nonprofit has to be available publicly. So how the Clergy Project gets it, publicly. So how the Clergy Project gets around that is, of the 1,200 members that it currently has. So what's a member? What's not a member? So we use the word participant. So you're not the only ones who are actual members, legally speaking, are those who volunteer for it's all volunteer led, but those who volunteer for a volunteer position, those who are on the board, those who are on official committee. So those are, and then they volunteer, they agree that yes, okay, I will be an official member serving in this capacity. And in order to serve in that capacity, then you're saying, yes, I'm public, or at least I'm willing to be public if somebody wants to look at my name. But so then the other hundreds, 1,000+ people who join the Clergy Project, though in a sense we refer to it kind of in layperson's terms as a member, technically there's only about 40 or 50 members who have actually volunteered to be on that list. And
that is a cool solution. That is a really
so that's the solution. That's the solution.
That's a really neat solution.
So legally, technically, the Clergy Project is a nonprofit that performs a service, making these services available, and then this 1,200 current and former religious leaders are participating in the services, not necessarily a member of it though. So
there you have
that's how we get around that.
Yeah, to protect their privacy as participants. So that's
because we literally have. You think about this. So you're an imam in the Middle East who suddenly realizes you don't believe in God anymore, and now what do? Well, now you can't come out publicly. Can you ever come out publicly? Well, you try and move then, maybe to someplace that's a little safer in Europe. Move your family up there. Even then, though, you don't want to have a high profile, right? So, but just moving to a place where you don't have to be an imam anymore, and you can try and live a somewhat normal life. So
later, Neil. I'm taking off too here in a minute, guys. So
take care, Ollie.
Have a good one, Ollie. Thanks for jumping in, brother.
Yeah, I'm volunteering at that disc golf tournament again tomorrow morning, so I got to get up early.
Nice.
Hey, I hope it goes well for you.
Good to meet you, Ollie.
Oh,
good to meet you.
I got rained on all day today. I had to when I got home. I was so cold. But
rain
happen again tomorrow. Anyway, all right. Have a good night, guys.
Ollie.
Bye, Ollie.
Nice to see you.
But yeah, my impression of the Clergy Project over the years is that it's a very good organization, has a really excellent reputation. So you guys are doing great work.
No, and I have to confess, I'm not too involved anymore. I've my focus has shifted towards other things in recent years. I stepped down as president in January of 2018, so I haven't been too involved since then. But no, great organization. They're doing a lot of great things. RFR, Recovering from Religion, they also have a clergy service community.
I like them too.
Yeah. One of the cool things for anyone who might be listening or whatever who is clergy, religious leader or whatever, and might be kind of on the fence. So I know I've heard from a number of folks where they're like, well, I need to leave ministry. I'm not so sure about all this God stuff, but I still kind of wonder if maybe there's some sort of theistic element, and therefore they don't qualify for the Clergy Project, where Recovering from Religion, they'll help anybody. You don't have to meet that hard requisite, I guess. So their clergy community is also really powerful and a little bit more flexible on some of those things.
You know what's consistent with this is what I've learned from watching the deconversion stories here on Neil's channel over the years, is because I've always been an atheist. I've never believed in any deities. So all my life but I've noticed that a lot of people listening to their stories, it dawned on me one day just recently, like the last couple of months, that when they leave religion, it's not an all or nothing proposition for most of them. Most people, it's different things take different amounts of time. So they may not believe in deities anymore, but they're still afraid of going to hell for a while. It takes a little longer to get over that, for example.
Yeah.
So what you're saying seems consistent with that. You keep the door open for people who are partway there and getting toward it is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very important,
absolutely.
too.
And then it's also
and
going back.
And even for those, yeah. Go ahead, Justice.
No, I was just saying it is also for dealing with people who are people, right? I mean, that's the important thing we're trying to actually deal with here, right? Isn't whether or not you're an atheist or whether or not we're here. We're humans. We're humans first. And we have to build connections and help people feel safe and secure enough to be able to ask the right questions, to ask questions of themselves.
Yeah.
And, you know, coming from fundamentalism, we weren't allowed to ask those questions. And if atheism, and there are some times when we talk about atheism, when we talk about spiritualism, that people will say, don't even ask those questions, right? So let's open up the door. Let's ask the questions so that we can then come down to the right side. We can start having these actual conversations. And if you ever feel like you can't ask the question, then that's opening the door for not being able to be honest with each other.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that fits as well, and this is where it's really important for the trans identity. And I you know, this gets very controversial in conversation. Is how do people be able to have open conversations? Whenever you join a group of any sort, if you ever identify yourself in any type of narrative whatsoever, if you ever ask yourself those questions, do you have the freedom to? And you can have different groups in different areas that say you can never question these things. And that's never a good thing. What we want to do is be able to have people have the opportunities to express, to connect, and figure out the stuff, and then let's openly have the conversation so we can then move forward in human connection.
See, these are human rights. The right to various freedoms, including freedom of expression, freedom of opinion, freedom of association, freedom of thought, all these kinds of things. So it's just a matter of getting these smaller groups to be on board with human rights, and certain countries to get on board with human rights. These are the two hard ones. But from different angles.
And that's where I want to actually, that's what I'm struggling with. So I started Secular North 2.5 years ago.
Hey, congratulations.
So the idea behind that was I didn't know what to do, right? I didn't know how to build connections. I knew that what ACA was doing was solid, right? They were building these networks and they were building this stuff, which was building online communities into physical brick and mortar spaces, and then taking physical brick and mortar spaces and putting it into online communities. And that's successful, but that's not successful when I didn't want to live in Austin, Texas. Right. And so we need these things all over the place. And so that's what we're trying to do here in Minneapolis is how do we take what Neil's doing and bring it into brick and mortar? And how do we do what's happening at First Unitarian Society with what Drew has been working with actual sitting down and having hard conversations and letting people be able to cry as they work through this stuff and have someone that can actually give them a hug, not just someone that says, I'm giving you a virtual hug. Move forward with it. And I don't know how to solve that problem, but I believe it really is going to take what we have is two separate groups, the online YouTube community and TikTok community and Instagram communities. And it's going to take the brick and mortar spaces as well, figuring out how we cross relate.
Well, at present, it's really difficult with the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. Canadian Atheists, just at the beginning of the pandemic, we were ready to start. We're just finalizing a few different venues so we can run a big event called the Atheist Interchange. It'd be similar to Faithless Forum or what the American Atheist did before. But here in Canada. And we had insurance figured out. We had all kinds of marketing figured out. And then the pandemic struck. So we put it all on hold because we don't want to contribute to spreading the virus. And it's a matter, we've got to follow the health regulations for sure. So we've been on hold all this time. We really want to get these events going because this will bring a lot of people together and do other community event things. And it's sad because I think this pandemic has made it difficult for a lot of groups and for a lot of people in society to feel connected to the rest of society. And I think that takes a mental toll on people, which is very unfortunate. Online Zoom meetings can help a lot, but they're not the same as being person to person, like you said.
And we're going, you know, some of us here in the States have to now go back to, you know, we were like over the summer in in-person meetings, right? We were able to finally connect. I have a daughter. She can't get vaccinated. So, right, we haven't gotten to the place where she can get vaccinated. So how do we, you know, and she's this has been horrific for her. She is very interpersonal. She is very about social interconnection. And how do you take care of that person? Well, that's where, you know, what happens a lot of times in brick and mortar places is they then just shut off the online media completely, right? Yeah. They're like, oh, we're back in person. So whoever wants to come back in person. The problem is not everyone can. Yeah. And not everyone ever can. So you then have people like in the Clergy Project, right? There are people, like for the longest time, I didn't feel like I could be a part of a secular group because if people found out what's going to happen. And luckily, I was able to build a very big safety net for myself with my work, my job, and moving to build that safety net in. But had I ever had to question that in Twin Falls, Idaho, when I was working with those groups, I have no clue. And I pray to the unholy God that they will never find out.
I can't support you on the last statement, but the rest of it I agree with.
Well, unholy God. Yeah, you know what I mean. But
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a challenge with this pandemic. And things were starting to look good, and then we've got the Delta variant spreading around. It's like, gee, I hope we're over this one quickly. And it doesn't look like we will be. We unfortunately here in Canada, there's anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers. They're pretty much the same group anyway. And
well, and then you've got the Lambda movement, and then you'll have another movement, variant after that, the Lambda variant, and then another, and then another. You know, when does this end? That's why we need folks to get vaccinated so that we can fucking end this thing.
I was about to say it's not going to end because everybody won't get vaccinated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem, right?
I have some friends who just got vaccinated.
I agree with you.
I have some friends who just got vaccinated. They had to wait quite a while because they have allergies to various vaccines over the years. So their doctor had to go get things tested. Once they got the tests back and everything turned out okay for the COVID-19 stuff, for the Pfizer, they all got it right away. So,
well, and there are those exceptions.
So people like them need to be.
Someone today, and she keeps going. She wants to get it, and her doctor, she's stopped even talking to her doctor. She's just going to the pharmacist. Just shows up, and they're like, "No, like this is what you're on. You can't take it." So there's these exceptions, but that's why the rest of us need to get vaccinated to generate that herd immunity. Yeah. So that those who can't get it for whatever reason don't have to, right? I mean, just like with any other vaccine, right? So
there's really, honestly, there are very few reasons not to get it.
Right.
Very few.
I get my booster
and there's even fewer valid reasons.
Right.
I get my booster in 2 weeks.
There are a few valid reasons, but there are a few valid reasons, and so
I want a booster.
That's why
you have to be.
Well, a lot of people keep saying, "Well, I'm immunosuppressed. I don't know if I want to get it." You're exactly the person that should get it. Yes, make sure that you're,
it depends, right?
near a hospital or with a doctor or something, so somebody can watch you for a little bit. Sure, yeah, but no, you don't want. Getting COVID is like 20 times worse than anything you get off the vaccine.
For sure.
So if you're like, I don't want to take the vaccine because it might make me a little sick, think about what it's going to do if you had fucking COVID. Just
to distract just a teeny bit, because we've got to. Sweet, I've got something for you.
Okay.
You got your fill from Heck, right?
Look at the baby.
Here you go.
Wait, what is this?
Hold on.
I never wish death upon anyone who wrongs me. I wish for sudden explosive diarrhea while stuck in traffic with frequent sneezes.
Oh my. Now, are these the orgasmic sneezes or the traditional kind?
Yes.
Yes. Having been married to a pregnant wife
suggestions
who, when sneezing, had various bodily functions spontaneously happen. I know exactly the look on someone's face when something like that happens. Because controlling
funny.
your bladder while you're pregnant and sneezing
Yep.
doesn't happen.
Yeah, there's a certain look that a person gets on their face when they either like pee a little bit or shart. There's a look. It's kind of like a
It's a little kid face.
And I got very good at looking at my pregnant wife at the time, going, "Do we need to go?"
I got to head off. But it was very nice to meet you, Drew and Erica and Justice.
Great to meet you,
and-
Randolph.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, and it's good to see the rest of you here too.
Nice to meet you, Randolph.
That's not this end, Randolph. We're community, so we still stay connected even if we're separate. So let's see what we can do to connect.
Yeah, let's do that. You can find me. I'll put my Twitter address in the private chat for you.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah. And love to connect with all of you.
Absolutely, Randolph. Good to meet you.
Likewise.
You're tempting me talking about these stories. You're
Damn,
tempting me to share stories about my ex-wife. But since she got married today, she remarried today, so out of respect for her and the reverence of her holy day, I won't share those stories. I'll
She's not
simply
here.
allude to the fact that they exist and let them fester in people's minds. So
I can dig it.
But
She probably won't watch this.
on the topic of vaccines, if you're wondering why to get it or wanting to point at a very specific person as to why to get it, because if someone on this panel were to get COVID, they would likely die. Hi, it's me. I have a mechanical heart valve and myocarditis will probably kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, sweet, are you vaccinated?
I get my booster in 2 weeks.
there you go.
Good job.
So,
And for those of you who say, well, if you have weakened immune systems, either just because you have some kind of a condition or you're taking a medication that causes it, or you're an organ recipient, you're over 65, go get the fucking booster.
Yep.
Just go fucking do it.
I have a really cool scar down the front of my chest, though.
I know, I'm totally jealous. Mine's just on my side. We should compare scars. I'll show you mine.
I got yeah,
Mike is really considering about how beautiful this is for television.
I've got
y'all
I'm not
about
doing it. I'm not
life-altering
doing it
things.
live.
I almost
because I'm
cut off my
chubby,
baby
but
toe
I will show
sewing.
Swede.
Well, everyone, this has been a pleasure. I do have to bow out. I have something I have
Fine,
to
just
attend
leave
to,
us.
but
It's fine.
hey,
how it
wonderful
is.
meeting you all. Let's connect. And
Much love, Drew. Much love.
Bye, Drew.
Justice, fan-fucking-tastic. Erica, you're amazing as always. Great meeting the rest of you. So,
Ditto.
Tweed, me, Mike. So, very cool, everybody.
Hey, Drew,
All
hit me up on it once Neil sends out that link with everybody on there. Hit me up on Twitter. It's B No Just
All
B.
right, cool. Okay. All right,
All
cool.
right.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Sounds good. All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. And then there were 5.
All right, he's gone. Let's talk about it.
That
So-
guy.
I am asthmatic, but it's only from allergies. So I have not had an asthma attack in 10 years until all the fires and the smoke that came down here this year. But as a child, I was hospitalized multiple times with pneumonia. So I am so scared of getting this. Like when they said shut down, I quit everything. I quit my job. The kids came home from school. It's terrifying.
And we can. That's the difference. Not everyone can. And so this is where we get back to community. How do we take care of people through all of this?
Well, you know, the bottom line is you need to go to your doctor and discuss it all with them, and come up with a plan of how to handle it. Because
and ask your doctor questions, even the stupid ones that we all know have already been answered 500 times over. But if your doctor explaining it to you will make it better, do that.
Go over all your issues, all your health issues, questions you have. I suggest people write them down. Write it down while you're at home, and then carry it into the doctor's office, because you'll get in there and you forget shit. People do it all the time. They forget half. I do it, and I work at a doctor's office, and I fucking do it. So yeah, no, write a fucking list and take it with you. And there's medical centers that do vaccines that are attached to hospitals. So if you go to one of those vaccine clinics, they will just keep you there and check on you and stuff. And then if something goes wrong, you have like a huge medical team.
Yep.
So there's ways to make it more safe. But yeah, always talk to your doctor first and go over everything with them. And
don't make the decision on your own.
Yep.
Use medical professionals.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
Yes, mice. We know ivermectin keeps your coat shiny.
I mean, they went to school for 14 years. You might as well use their knowledge.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I do? Because I work for 3 different doctors. I'll ask them the same question and see if anybody answers differently, but they always answer the same. I'm like, okay, there's consistency.
That's good to hear.
But I do it when they're not around each other. You know, like they don't know that I did that.
Until now.
No, they don't watch this shit. They got like books to read or I don't know, something.
Wine to
something
drink.
Weird.
Fox's dogs.
Weird.
Don't know.
I am going to head out and spend some time with the kids.
Yes, please do.
So it was so nice to meet you all.
Thanks for coming on.
You two should also hit me up on Twitter because I do well, I do an interview show, but I'm not worried about that. But I do an open mic that is full of like people like this. Like half of them are here tonight, and the other half you'll meet later.
I don't have a Twitter.
But it's all
bomb, bomb, bomb.
I gotta go. I can't handle this.
No, actually, Mikey, what we really needed there was the record scratch.
How do you communicate? Well, that's what I do. I don't post or anything on it. I just communicate on it.
We just need the 90s rom-com record scratch.
Way too long.
I don't know what to do with the two of you. I don't know. Give me your address. I'll write you a letter. What do you guys do right now?
Justice has Twitter. Justice has Twitter, so.
Oh.
One of us does.
Thank goodness.
Well,
like your whole house fell in a black hole or something. Like a sinkhole and you just haven't been out in years or something. I didn't know what happened.
Well, that too. I am a hermit.
Anyways, I'd love you guys to come on my open mic sometime and have a conversation.
Oh, I love talking.
Neil says, wait. Oh, it's too late.
I'm not waiting yet. I'm not leaving.
No. Erica just had to go.
Yeah.
I bet
Don't worry, Neil. We've got you. We've got you covered.
Take a deep breath, sunshine.
Neil's in all caps down there.
No.
Don't go yet.
Yeah,
so,
I think out of all that, though, I think I am going to go because I am fucking tired.
Here we go.
Playing with computers all day just kicks his
ass. I was at the football game today.
Oh, yeah.
Playing football. He's the quarterback for Nebraska.
I know he is. He's amazing.
Yes, my name is Adrian Martinez.
Could be.
It might be. You never know.
When I was in Barcelona, there was a bunch of dudes that looked like you walking around, and I was just like, "Hey, do you know where the?" God damn it! Another Spaniard. Thought you were just a regular old white guy.
Fun fact: Barcelona is named for Hamilcar Barca, the father of Hannibal, the guy that took the elephants over the mountain.
That's awesome.
And invaded Rome.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Right?
Like the second most badass person of history. the first being Chinggis Khan. But yeah.
What is that thing true about like some percent of everybody has his lineage?
Okay, so in Asia, every day there are 43,000 people that celebrate a birthday, and those people, there are 43,000 people that are direct descendants of Chinggis Khan that celebrate a birthday every day.
I don't know how to process that.
I think it's like 1/6 of the entire Asian population has some lineage connection to Chinggis Khan.
What, dude?
It is crazy what his progeny has expanded to.
He's a busy lad.
It's like 1/16 or 1/6 or some crazy number. That is
200% of the people.
It is nuts. But I know the number is 43,000 because Hank Green told me.
Who's Hank Green? Is that Red Green's brother?
No.
Dude.
John Green told me, actually. John Green's the one that did Crash Course.
Crash Course?
On YouTube. He does history stuff. It's actually pretty good. High production value.
Not my kind of show.
What the fuck? Like, you're so fucking
it's actually produced really well.
Kill me with that shit.
No,
not me. I'm not using modern technology. I'm going to use the old shit.
Disgusting.
Hi, Neil.
I'm back.
Neil, you know the Crash Course series by John Green, right?
No.
I do.
Jeez.
No, I don't.
I was like, oh no, now Neil's going to know that, and I won't. Yeah.
But they're only going to hit a specific set of audience. Neil and his bandana go there.
It's fact.
Hey, Malty. There's one of my fellow co-hosts of the nonprofits right there.
Yeah, Malty's great.
Oh, he's awesome.
Hi. Good dude.
One of these days, when they ever open the borders, Malty just lives in Seattle, so he's literally like an hour and a half away from me. So
nice.
Go and hang out with Malty.
Nice.
I actually have to do. Oh fuck! I got to go all over the place for Christ's sake. I'm gonna have to take some serious amount of time off work. Say, boss, you're gonna have to do without me for a couple of months.
So I've been working on a strategy with technology to take people doing streams like this or anything and putting it into brick and mortar buildings, because that's something that I see that can actually build connection, right? Vice versa. And so, because we've always had people go brick and mortar to YouTube, and so I'm playing with how do we actually take things like this and bring this into standard feeds into standard brick and mortar spaces. So I would love at some point to talk with you about how to take what you're doing and then put you on live in the middle of a brick and mortar meeting.
I'm going to pretend what I know what brick and mortar means.
Physical building.
Instead of
in a physical building. Yeah.
Oh, like piped right in?
Piped right in.
Yeah.
We just do the same thing, except
correct.
Except everybody else is in a group and you're online.
Yeah,
exactly. And there's some really crazy ways of doing it. We've had some fun with it, and so I'd love to play with some more of those type of things.
But you got to do the max headroom glitch.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm working on the holographic technology. That's next. All I need is the bandana, and then it's just there's I've got the microscope, and the cloning equipment is in my garage. Just give me the bandana.
You need a cane.
Cloning equipment. I'm gonna have my very own Neil.
You need a cane too, because Neil's got a cane that he whips people with,
and the little tiny electric screwdriver.
Yeah, the sonic screwdriver.
Get off my lawn!
I love it. I ain't on your lawn, you damn bastard.
Neil, quit yelling at the clouds again.
This is the driveway. Put on your glasses.
Eepa! Yeah, I know. I have that because my back goes out every once in a while, and I need it. Otherwise, I ain't going nowhere. Like the worst time it ever happened. So I was reaching behind a toilet to clean something, and the back went out while I was down there on the floor and stuff, and I couldn't get up till my roommate got home like 20 minutes later. I'm like, well, at least there's some magazines in here to read.
Oh, I didn't see this National Geographic.
No, they're all like Maxim or some other fucking.
Yeah.
Couple of dudes have their bathroom there, right? So. I
was thinking when we were younger, we had like Time and National Geographic laying everywhere.
I have no idea what the hell this means.
Dancing Queen?
That's his
Neil
that's,
doing Dancing Queen.
that's his favorite song.
Oh.
Who told you?
Have a little bit of trouble believing that, but okay.
Oh, he sings it incessantly backstage.
I was waiting for Neil to say just a little bit. Damn. A lot.
Someone's asking me if I have an extra charger. Messaging me on Facebook. And I do, but it's at work.
I always feel like a dick when people ask me, like, hey, do you have this? Yes. Where is it? Oh, I have no idea, but I do have one. It's like, oh, you knew I need to borrow
That's me,
it?
Mikey.
Like,
I don't know where it is, but I own one of those.
It's like, I definitely have that. Where is it? Your fucking guess is as good as mine. You might as well just go to the store. I'm about to. I gave up on that.
That's right. Go ahead.
I ordered new shoes because I have a personal trainer now.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to train you how to put on shoes?
I hate you.
Well, you said you got some new shoes and you got a personal trainer. Maybe
because I got
to put shoes on. I don't know.
I can do that most of the time by myself.
Okay. And tie it with a bow and everything?
No, Velcro, man. Velcro.
Velcro. Oh, yes.
I just get confused which one goes on which one.
I know. I got to write L&R on mine. And I don't even use laces or Velcro. I have slip-ons all the time now because I don't want to bend over to tie my shoes anymore.
I haven't tied my shoes that weren't dress shoes in like, I don't know, probably since high school.
Is it weird that I've never owned a pair of Velcro shoes?
No, you were already tying your shoes before they came out.
I've never owned any Velcro shoes.
As a kid? Not even as a kid?
No.
Nope. The closest I've ever come is the sandals that have the little Velcro tab on the back, but that doesn't count.
Oh, yeah, it does. That's them Velcro shoes.
No, we're talking about like the ones that have the over the top. No.
Yep, never had a pair.
No.
Never had a pair. Probably because I always wore like either Vans or Converse or boots of some kind.
Yeah, that's
Doc
me.
Martens.
I either have like Sketcher sneakers, Sketcher sandals, or a pair of big ass boots on. That's it.
The boots with the fur.
So
work boots. Real work boots.
Tubi made a comment there about Genghis Khan killing so many people it was good for the environment. That's actually true. And the world temperature, they're trying to see if it was actually a causal relationship due to his conquests and mass killings, but the world temperature dropped by 1.5 degrees Celsius. And they think it's because of the substantially less people on the face of the earth due to his existence.
Wow.
I'm just trying to.
I'm crazy.
They're going to have to do a lot to correlate something like that.
It's going to be
because it happened during his reign of terror.
Sure.
Correlation and causation.
Or
some shit like that.
They're trying to link that. I mean, they're saying, okay, it happened at the same time. Was it caused by the 100 million people that he killed?
Easy, man. You trying to bring back Thanos?
It's Diddix.
Come on.
The Stid. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was checking to see when my shoes were showing up. They're very cool. And I almost died. I forgot to eat before. I forgot to eat before I went over there.
Is this Oz?
Ooh, it must be.
I don't know. Looks
Something
like
new.
it. Might not be though. No. Who are you?
Are you Oz?
Like the Oz? Don't play around. We're serious about this.
This is very serious.
It's very serious. Don't impersonate Oz, man. Not cool.
Well, Oz, please stay present in the chat.
Anywho, I need to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, you said that a little while ago while I was still outside having a smoke.
Then we started talking again.
No, you really were talking.
Anyway.
Yeah, then I came back and threw a wrench in everything, right?
Oh, we like you being
do.
here, though.
Ooh.
Anyway, pleasure meeting you, Justice, Mikey, B,
So great to meet you, all of you.
and Neil. I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Get out of here,
Bye,
sweet.
sweet. Rest well.
What? Did he leave?
I think he did.
Sorry, I got distracted. Trying to read the chat at the same time. And I got people texting me for things too. So, good Lord. Well,
obviously it's you, right? What else? Who else could it? You know what I mean? That's the only answer you can really give.
What?
Of course, the person is the person. That's not what we're asking. Are you Oz though?
Multi says no,
Multi says it's not Oz.
but I don't know.
Imposter. It's somebody who's impostering. Impostering? Is that?
It's Imposter Mike.
Imposter Mike.
Imposter Mike.
That's gonna stick. It's good to see Oz.
Doing an impersonation of? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, something like that.
Impressionton.
I think the edibles kicked in.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh, I'm already coming down now. That's why I had the ice cream.
Oh, fuck! I don't have any ice cream.
Dude, I keep ice cream on deck and gelato.
I'd keep mine in the freezer. It stays frozen that way.
You know, you could keep yours outside. You're in the frozen north.
Yeah, right now it'd be a liquid in no time. Well, A, it's raining, and B, it's too warm. So, see, the rain would never mind.
We got hail today.
Did
It was a
fun.
huge thunderstorm. I recorded it. I put it on TikTok because it was so. It was like I was yelling, and you could barely hear me in the video. It was loud. Yeah.
It's a fucking hail.
Yeah. It was like pouring, and my house was shaking, and it was getting worse, and my house was shaking like crazy, and I was like, "This is what happens when you have a 5,500-pound tiny home."
How big were the hail balls?
Big grape. Not too big.
That was my name back in college.
And then I went outside and checked my truck. No dents. Go Chevy.
Ask why. Wow. Okay, good. Because we get little teeny tiny ones here. We never get anything bigger than like a pea, really.
Well, we don't get the golf ball ones like Florida or anything, but they're like a good sized grape, like a globe grape is about the biggest they get here.
Wow.
But it's happened 3 times since I've lived out here, and I've not got one dent on my truck from it. So
cool.
Yeah, I think so.
No, they're not making the trucks out of cheap metal. So
that happens out here in corn country. We get hail. But that's mostly because of the tornadoes. They do that.
We get shit because we're on the in a small mountain range south of Colorado. So we got all kinds of shit.
So Neil, I was Googling to see if Canadians could come across the border, and I think it's recommended that you guys not shelter in place, but not travel unless it's essential or whatever. So then it's there's a little link you can click to see the safety or it's from the consulate or whatever. There's just a rating for each country. So I click on the US. It is. They're warning you guys against everything. I'm like, why the fuck do I live here? It's terrorism, gun violence, COVID, radical police officers, pickpockets, gang
Canada?
violence. No, about the U.S. It's warning Canadians stuff to look out for when you're in the if your car breaks down.
Violence.
It's just I was home sweet home.
Just stay out of the real far backwoods and stay out of the really bad parts of the cities, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stidix, you can quit sending that shit down here, buddy. You can keep it up there in co with you. I don't want it. I don't like the hail.
Yeah, I rent, so I'm all like, yeah, fuck it up. Fucking go crazy.
So when we lived in Oklahoma, we got hit with that F6 that went through more. That was a block away from our house. And that just damaged everything. And the hail coming down was just horrible.
I bet.
I can't imagine.
We had an ice storm.
We're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
However, an earthquake could happen here at any fucking time. So.
That's always fun.
But that's the thing. So, like, you're there, everyone's terrified of earthquakes, but tornadoes are like, that's part of life.
Yeah.
In the spring, when I lived in Virginia, we used to get ice storms all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just like this crazy cold rain. And as soon as whatever it hit, it just turned into ice. And there was like little bits of ice in the rain. And I mean, everything was just covered with it. I mean, it was beautiful. You just couldn't go anywhere. The roads were solid fucking ice. You just were, and it would knock over trees and take out power. And
had to do a big ice storm.
Yep.
I think it was right when I first started coming on to Neil's after parties and stuff like that. And I was living at my old place, and I don't know if I said anything. I might have said something on a different show, but I was like, the evergreen tree like that was in front of my like porch. Just one side of it got blasted with the ice. So it got so heavy on the one side that it just uprooted the whole thing. Yeah. And I just like go to let the dog out. I'm like, it's a big ass tree over in this month. Like it just like fell right over our shit. I was like, oh, well.
There you go. And there you go.
Wow, the guys in my Star Trek, I'm in an alliance on this stupid game now. They're just running armadas all over the galaxy right now.
Are they? Feels like I gotta go, man. It's Saturday night. I gotta go play Star Wars. Hey, man, my nephew used to play the shit out of those games. Like he played them all the time. He loved them.
Star Trek Fleet Command. Oh, my peace shield is about to expire.
Oh no!
Oh, I'll be vulnerable.
I'm raiding your whole shit while you're sleeping.
Shave that face.
While you're asleep.
Yeah, no, tomorrow I'm gonna go see Mom tomorrow. She likes to watch me play the game sometimes. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
blowing stuff up. She likes to catch Pokemon too. So
hell yeah,
does she? That's awesome, man.
I love
That's great.
Cute. She goes, "I don't understand it, but it's cute."
Did you ever buy one of those the little buttons? That was just like
what kind of button are we talking here?
For your
I've fallen and I can't get up.
No, for Pokemon Go, where you could like just push it. It was like it looked like a Pokeball. You just push it and it would just like throw a ball and catch whatever was nearby you.
No clue what you're talking about.
So like if you threw it at your chair, it would swallow the chair or something?
It's literally a little pendant, like a clicker for like a key fob for your car or something like that. It looks like that. And it's just a button on it. And then it'll vibrate, and then you push it, and then you can look down, and it's got a couple of different color LEDs in there, and it'll let you know if you caught the Pokemon or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't even have to like open up the thing.
Yeah, they're using the API call through the Bluetooth, and they're making that call right into the game. So it's just like a standard switch.
I'll send you one, Neil.
Yeah.
I think it was only like $10-12.
Yeah, taking virtual content and making it physical.
Yeah.
Amazon.
So, does this work through Pokemon Go?
Yeah, it's made for it.
Oh, bizarre!
Oh,
never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon. What the hell was that thing called?
Yeah, I've never had to deal with earthquakes, Stidix. I don't know how much I'd like that. The earth moving beneath you. It just seems kind of uncool to me.
Yeah. Thanks for the sticker, Ian.
Aw, that's so nice. Aw. It's very sweet.
It's called the Pokemon Go Plus.
No, I've heard that. I've heard of it, but I guess I just didn't really know what it was because I wasn't really paying attention. So,
did the game get crazy popular all of a sudden? Because they're like $60.
What?
yeah,
It's because
no,
of
don't have
COVID.
to
All the
buy
prices
it.
went up. Anything that's fun, they raise the prices on.
Holy shit!
I'm telling you, they did. Man. It's a
mine's-
luxury item.
Mine's just been sitting in my little armrest in my fucking truck for the last 4 years I've been playing it. Huh. I'm going to change the battery and sell it to Neil.
Dude. Does it say just mail it to Neil?
Yeah, I don't need it.
Sell it.
So
yeah, dude, that's fucked up, man.
That is crazy.
So I apologize. I'm going to derail this conversation because I was thinking about it, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. Pelagia, I've been like having separate conversations with him about taking the board game that Ken Ham gave me and sending it to him and playing the game that Ken Ham did on the show.
Oh, really?
It was like, yeah, if I can get it, I have it. It's at my parents' house, but my parents don't talk to me, so I can't really.
Oh boy!
At some point, I want to get it, and if I can get it, then I want to actually like do something with that game that Ken Ham gave me.
Right.
That'd be fun.
Got it.
That would be cool.
Be fun. I think. It was. What did Paul say? Is he answered it?
Oh yeah, Paul wants it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paul wants it. I just have to get it, and I have, right now it's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
Cool.
Right.
It's that. One of these days I will get it, and then we're going to get it over there because I think that would be just absolutely hilarious to have the game with Ken Ham.
Right. No, that would be cool. It'd be fun.
Is it like a Candyland game? Like, how do you win?
Well, here, let me. So, let's see. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, this is the game right there. And what you end up having is you're basically dealing with dinosaur cards and information about Christianity and creationism and this whole thing. It's supposed to be an educational game to get you to understand what dinosaurs are.
Oh, really?
For creationists. Yeah.
In what fucking universe?
Oh, it is atrocious, but it is like the perfect game for one of these things.
Mice asked if it's called Hamdy Land.
Hamdy Land?
That's perfect.
You guys should rename it that. Hamdy Land.
Hamdy Land.
Scotch tape or some masking tape or something, painter's tape.
Sharpie.
Put it over top and then write it on a Sharpie. Yeah, just,
Hams and ladders.
Hams and landers. I love it.
Hams and ladders.
Shoots and ladders.
Crossfire. No.
I know where it's at if I can
Hamopoly.
get into the house, but that's just not going to happen for a while.
Hamopoly.
Hamopoly. Oh, I got one good one tonight. That was good.
Got what? Hamdy Land.
Well, it's funny because you can monopoly anything.
You can. It's fun.
Evidenced by the bazillion different versions of Monopoly there are.
Yes, there's Petopoly and right.
Yeah.
Every city has their own version.
I think there's isn't there like Star Wars, Star Trek versions and stuff?
I have the Star Wars and Nightmare Before Christmas one.
There you go.
Yeah. Almost got Vancouveropoly too, which is one for the local. But I can't find it anywhere anymore.
You know, it's so
Weedopoly.
Weedopoly. It's so funny because you know, Neil, we used to play it all the time when we were kids. Like Monopoly was the game because in my family there were so many of us, everybody could play together. And it was you don't have a lot of games like that. We had Yahtzee and pretty much Monopoly and Scrabble, and that was it.
I don't know
So,
I think that would be the worst case scenario is having to play Monopoly with all my family.
That's what we did growing up. That's what consumed our winter evenings. Especially if like the power went out, we had candles on and we had a gas stove so we weren't cold, but I mean we weren't freezing. Yeah, we'd sit around and play games by candlelight. It's fun shit.
I don't have any drink anymore, so I can't, drink it. I'm sorry.
I have like one sip of coffee left.
Well, if you could drink it but didn't have one, that'd be like magic. We can pretend.
Yeah, we can pretend.
I've been doing that with this for a while now.
So good.
So good.
It's empty, but it's so good.
A bathtub water, which all the ice melt in, and now it's warm. Yay!
I prefer my water like that. I hate cold water. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it hurts my throat, hurts my teeth. I don't know. I just can't. I mean, I don't want it like warm, but regular like 65, 70 degree room temperature is fine.
That's hot. Are you trying to make ramen?
That's like urine temperature.
But I also like all of my food like really hot. I eat it when other people are like, I can't eat it yet. And I'm like, this is great. I love my food like super hot.
Piping hot?
Piping hot.
Yes, yeah, fuck that.
As they say.
Do you still have
the
taste
steam
buds?
coming out of my mouth while I'm chewing. What, Neil?
Do you still have taste buds? Or?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're super sensitive. It's not fun. And people tell me, well, if you quit smoking, you'll taste everything better. I'm like, I already taste chemicals in everything. I don't want to quit smoking now. That did not encourage me. Like, now I'm going to be able to eat less food. So why would I stop it? It's kind of silly.
It was weird getting my like taste back after I quit. And running up the stairs because I forgot something, and that not winding me was nice.
Hamsy. Oh jeez.
That's a weird thought. Who does that, Mikey?
I forget stuff literally every day before I walk out of the house. I have to go through every room an additional 12 times.
That's just ADD symptoms, man. I'm not shocked by that.
It's because I forgot my phone, and then I forgot my vape, and then I forgot my wallet, and then where's my name tag? Where's my headset? Where's my where's my key? Keys are still on the door.
You roll the dice and pretend they're all the same, whether they are or not. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And this is what I thought too. First, the way the board was set up,
the game of ham. Yeah,
like the game of ham. Like it's the game of ham.
Well, I'm sorry, Theo. I'm not going to try to go out and get COVID so I can numb my taste buds. I'm just not doing it, buddy. Sorry. Not the best idea. You're rolling the dice on that one.
I played the shit out of that game too as a kid because I thought it was so awesome and so cool because, that's the thing when you talk about this stuff, these people make you feel so much a part of the community and so much a part of that relationship with them.
Oh, that same game was the one you played when you were a kid?
That's the one that I played with. Yeah, that's exactly the one I played with Dwayne Gish.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying I think it would be just amazing to get that to Paulogia.
He wouldn't even take it. He wouldn't wait for it to be like his turn again. He would just keep going and going and going and going and going. And a Gish
going and going, yeah.
And a Gish gallop kind of.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It was worth a shot.
What the hell? Paul wouldn't do that. I couldn't see him doing that.
No, Gish.
No, Paulogia is not wouldn't do that, but Dwayne Gish would.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Until somebody unplugged him or pulled out the batteries, he'll just keep going.
Does the joke land differently now? He would just keep skipping everyone else's turn and just keep going.
No, I'm good, mice. I'm good, man.
They have no taste.
Well, if you ever get really famous, Neil, I'll be a food tester for you because I can taste if even the chicken's a little bit off. I'll know somebody's trying to poison you when you're famous.
Yeah, who would do that?
Well, let's hope not.
I don't know, but I get to eat his food first, so that's all I worry about.
Let's not give them ideas. How about that? Mike, you'll have to edit that part out later.
Right. We wouldn't want that person to hear
it. It's fine. The Christians had to go to bed so they could get up for church tomorrow morning. They're all asleep.
No, they're all in the strip club. Gotta
throwing out them dollar bills.
The wives are home fucking the mailman. He's going from one door to the other.
What was did you guys see that Amazon show Them?
Nope.
No.
Oh,
it's good.
Like, it's like I'm trying to think of that time period. I think it was like the 40s, late 40s. And a black family leaves like the country and moves to Compton. and Compton back then was 100% white. And like, there's all this racial tension stuff, and then there's all this really weird, like scary movie, supernatural stuff going on top of it. It is a lot to deal with. It is a lot.
It's a lot.
Yay! It sounds. What time period is this supposed to be?
What?
What time period is it supposed to be in?
I think it's.
Why are you leaning forward? You have headphones on. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm leaning forward so I can reach the keyboard so I can look it up.
What?
I was slouching previously. I'm sitting up now.
Did you say that again?
What? Huh?
What did you say?
I can't even pick on anybody because I do that shit, Neil. I'm like laughing at myself right now because I do that. Huh?
Or when someone's mic isn't very loud.
Yeah, you try to hear me go, what?
It leads into the screen so you can hear it better.
Like you're sitting at a bar with them or something. What?
Let me lean in. Let me turn to one side so I can hear it better.
Poison chicken. Oh my god. We gave him one more thing to do. We just had to. Poison chicken.
Wouldn't be the same without it.
Right. Yeah, if you can get a little mice in your chat, what are you doing anyways?
Is it called them or no? It's not us. It's them. Ah, there it is. Where's the IMDb?
Don't know.
Aha. No, that's the old
one. On imdb.com?
Here it is.
Probably.
There was a movie in the there was a movie in the 50s called Them ! And that kept popping up.
I remember that cheesy old horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white sucker.
Because I think it's got to. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was just thinking about old black and white movies, like horror movies, and there was one that I seem to remember as a kid that scared the shit out of me, and it was something called Dolls or something, but it was like really old, and they were like walking dolls. And you've seen multiple spin-offs of that idea forever.
Yeah,
Chucky is one of them, right? So,
right.
Puppet Master scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, Puppet Master was a great series. It was so bad it was good.
I was little. That was fucking terrifying.
Neil, you remember the Blob?
Yep.
When I was little, we watched that on TV. It scared the shit out of me. I had to go to the bathroom a lot. I gotta pee. I gotta get out of here for a minute. I was like 5 or 6 or something. I should not have been watching that shit.
Big ants. The Empire of the Ants, I believe, was the name of that one. I used to watch all those when I was a kid. I didn't sleep a lot when I was a kid.
I found the storyline thing here. A limited anthology. It says a limited anthology series that explores terror in America. First season, 1950 set. Covenant centers a black family who moved from North Carolina to an all-white Los Angeles neighborhood during the period known as the Great Migration. That's when all the Jim Crow shit was getting a little bit out of hand. Black men were coming home from the war, and they actually could get jobs, so they left them. Everyone went to the suburbs, and that also led to all the white people leaving the suburbs. The family's idyllic home becomes ground zero, where malevolent forces next door and otherworldly threaten to taunt, ravage, and destroy them. It's fucking heavy.
Wow.
And the milkman is a crazy ass motherfucker.
It's like a 57 Chevy block. It's heavy.
Wow.
It was good, but it was fucking. I was like, what is happening to me?
Yeah.
My eyeballs.
There's a real blob. Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. I'm out of focus.
Oh, Them is a 54 movie about giant ants. Big ants.
Is that?
Oh, that's right.
Clips of that. Damn.
Well, I'm done for the night.
Thank you. It was so nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too.
We're all winding down now because, drunk and stoned. And
I'm just really high. I don't think I can talk anymore. I think I smoked too much.
Oh, I
never have. I never have. I never have. It's not that I'm like against it or anything along those lines. It is literally. I've got kids, and so like I'm like, oh, what's going to be the best time? You know, all this type of thing, and never have.
No, I remember going through that shit when I was younger and had a kid, and nieces and nephews around me, and no, I get it. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I still smoked. I was just had to be really sly about it.
Well, and that's the crazy thing when you talk about fundamentalism, right? So like both my partner and I, we have no history, no connection. Like we've like gone in and go, holy crap, we have had no like experiences in life or anything because we lived exactly the way that they wanted us to live for so long.
Yeah.
And now we're able to actually say we're having these talks and we're having conversations. It's amazing. Like the talks I've had with my children now, like my son, you know, we talk about pot, we talk about drugs, we talk about when you use it, when you don't use it. We talk about the things. I never got those talks. I never got any of that stuff. And like, he's like, yeah, I'm not doing any of this because I know that my brain doesn't fully develop until about 24. And here's the reasons. And he's like going, da, 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 da. And he's like done all the science research on all these things. He's like, yep, Bob, it sounds good to me, but you know, not right now, maybe later. I'm like, wow, I can't even imagine, you know, where I was not having any of this knowledge. You know, it's the reason we want sex education. It's the reason we want healthcare so available and why we're so frustrated with Texas right now.
Right.
Oh, fuck Texas.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't even.
Stepped in.
Welcome to 1935.
You teach, you train, and you get them ready. They understand and they make the right decisions and they take care of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, hiding stuff and sheltering children is not the way to go in today's society.
And we will still love them regardless.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. What they say is, shit, there's an expression I'm trying to remember now. I'm not having a good time with it.
It's okay, everybody just do this for a second.
What's it say? Forewarned is forearmed.
Don't look at him.
That's what it is. Forewarned is forearmed.
Yeah.
So,
Flying purple people eater.
Yeah, that too.
What?
Elephant and a rhino. Elephino.
What? Oh. Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. I just agree with him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, whatever you say.
What I do on my stream, say something really weird. I'm always like, all right. Or sometimes I've gone back and watched a stream and caught myself like distracted by like my cats and the chat and everything. And I'm not even listening to what the person's saying. And Jenny got me one night and I didn't realize it till 2 weeks later. And I accidentally ended up that video popped up on my channel or something like that when I went there. And I was like watching, I was like, oh my God, she was totally fucking with me. And I wasn't paying attention to words she was saying. She was saying some cockamamie fucking stupid shit that nobody would say in our community. And I was like, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're just nodding along like, yeah.
And then she started laughing at the end of it. And I was like, damn, did I miss something? And I never thought anything about it, but she totally got me.
Gotcha.
She abused my ADD.
I'm gonna have to watch. Do I follow you on TikTok? I have a few stupid ass videos on there, but I don't.
I have a
do
TikTok
with my TikTok anymore.
I actually started a new thing on my TikTok, Neil. I call it instead of the X Files, I call it the T Files, and so I'm just gonna like do a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week or whatever, and just update people on stuff and what's going on with me with my transition. So
very good.
That's what I'm gonna do. And I did like 2 videos on it, and all of a sudden I have like 30 more subscribers just in like 4 days.
Yeah. And I didn't even popped up for me.
And I said when I started, I know other people have done this, but the more we get it out there and the more people talk about it, the more people are honest, the more awareness we bring and the less hate we'll have. So I'm going to do it too.
You're amplifying the dim.
Yeah.
You're amplifying the dim.
There you go.
Which is how we opened this whole conversation with.
Hell yeah.
So you just loop right back around.
Loop right back around. Yeah. And we'll do that because, well, it's been 2.5 hours pretty much. So, well, it's been fun too.
Yeah.
So Justice, again, great having you on. It was fantastic to get to meet you and great having you on.
Same.
And we'll work on some more projects, I think, in the future for sure, because you were mentioning you wanted to do some stuff. So,
yeah, I want to see where we can actually amplify the din, right? That's the important thing. And you're doing an amazing
Great
job
idea.
here. So what can we do to continue building off of what you're doing?
Sounds like a
Well,
good idea.
with tradition, as I always do with Neil's panel, come over to my stream and we'll spread more love and get more people into other communities. Get them a little bit more messages going on.
Thanks all so much.
Also, thanks to you guys in the chat. It's a lot of fun in the after parties when we get to interact with you guys and just have a big round of laughter.
Just scroll off of that.
Thank you, mice.
And there goes my freaking phone again. So yeah,
Like
I
Pat
must
lost
go
dog. You have to
join
drink.
the armada.
it's just no. That wasn't the Star Trek thing. They stopped, I think, finally.
Oh,
So I'll go in there and laugh at them on the Discord. So 'cause I'm on the Discord too.
You're all in, Neil.
Oh, fuck, I'm hooped now. Yeah, what the hell was I going? Shit, I had something I was going to say, and you guys
The people
sidetracked
in
me.
the crowd.
Why do you guys always sidetrack me somehow?
I don't think that was us this time.
No, it's probably me doing it to myself.
it's probably the gummies.
Where was I before I
No
interrupted
gummies.
myself?
I smoked some, but just
Oh,
went out and had a couple of puffs while I had a
who
smoke.
does
and I
that?
came back into- Oh, I see. So now we're pot amount shaming me.
No, sir.
That's like that old joke. What's the word most heard in the 60s?
Ear.
Ear. Yeah.
And then they turned around and criminalized the
Classic.
shit out of weed. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
June
not
of next
anymore.
year, it's legal here. It's gonna be
Yeah, that's
recreational.
all legal here. As I
Pretty
always
excited about it.
pull this out. There we go.
Like about
All
damn
legal.
time.
Yay, Canada.
Yay, Canada. Hey, that's where we get all our good shit from. We love
Ooh,
Canada.
yeah.
Ooh, sour gummies. Nice.
Watch them alone.
I need to try gummies next time I drive north. Not that I would ever cross state lines with any kind of paraphernalia.
No, you're just gonna eat it all there.
Yeah.
Right at the border.
And smoke the whole ounce.
You're gonna bring Doritos too, right?
Well,
Lots
no,
of
I have better taste than that.
I really need to get some sort of cross promotion going with the dispensary by me. I'll just set up a little table with like little snacks and just like some sunflower seeds.
Just
or
get
some
you know what
fucking-
you can do? Get you like one of them little hot dog carts that you can roll into the back of a pickup truck and just roll
wanna-
down the street back and forth in front of the dispensary all day. You'll fucking be rich in like 2 months.
Instead of playing like Pop Goes the Weasel, I'll just have
Or even better, you can find out where all the teenagers go in the area to smoke and sit in the parking lot by them.
Oh.
So when they come out of the wherever they're hiding and they go, "Oh, that's what I needed was some munchies and a soda," there you will be.
Teenagers are mean. I don't like them.
You don't have to tell me. I got picked on a lot as a kid.
No, I'm talking about now.
I don't know
Oh.
what you mean. I never got picked on as a kid.
No, I did.
Oh,
I did too.
I just started beating ass. That's what I did, Neil. That's how
what I
I
did,
combated
too.
it. I started getting in fights, and my brothers were like, took me down the basement one day. Said, "Okay, if you're gonna fight, we're gonna teach you how to fucking fight." So they taught me how to fight, and then I was like, "All right, bitches, come on now, go ahead, pick on me." I got you now, man.
Do it at your own
They
risk.
picked on me miserably, but you know what? I was homeschooled, and I just, my other personalities just would not leave me alone.
I hate it when that happens.
Give me back my lunch.
All right. Let's bring this one to an end. So thanks again, Justice. It was great
Thank
having
you so much. Seriously, thank you all.
Our pleasure. Thanks, Mikey, for doing a wonderful job. Thanks, B, for jumping in. And thanks to everyone who was also in here with us before. But it'll all come out in my thank you tweet. I'll be doing it some point, usually within the first half hour after the show. Anyways, most of the time it's almost right after the show. So,
Or while the
give
show
myself
is
some
still
leeway, or while the show's still on.
It's still on. That's happened.
All right, I beat the show. Woo.
get a notification. Thanks for coming on. What the hell?
Yeah. And now we just sound like stone people.
What, man? What are you talking about, dude?
I had something I was going to say. I keep doing that too. And that doesn't help my case any at all. Right?
What was I going to say?
That's more an I'm old now thing than a smoking pot thing. But,
I have never been able to remember stuff from like 30 seconds or 30 minutes ago. 5 years ago, nailed it. Nailed it.
How'd you get in here? All right. But yeah, also thanks to my patrons. You guys kick ass. You guys are the really huge. You have no idea how big, how much it helps. You guys are great. Thank you, all of you.
Even you.
And my friend Randolph and I, who was in here with us earlier tonight, we're doing that True North Talk at some point when the studio is finished being built. So if you want to learn more about the show, head over to www.truenorthtalk.ca and it'll give you all the info there, and you can click the little button that'll take you to the channel. And you can figure out the rest from there. You don't need me to tell you all this shit. Anyway, also that myself and Mikey here has been on with us, and there's lots of fabulous, great hosts on the new revamped and relaunched Nonprofits, an ACA product that airs between Talk Heathen and the Atheist Experience right at 3 p.m. Central Time. They're a lot of fun to do. Multi, who was in the chat, he may still be there lurking. He does that sometimes. He does that sometimes. You can head over to the channel there and you'll see all of our shining, smiling, laughing faces over there. And hopefully it still keeps going, but myself and Andy and Seamus do a little show last Saturday of every month called Atheist Drinking Out Loud at 2 p.m. Pacific. So that gives me a little time in between that and my show that you're watching now, kind of thing. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have guests that we ask to come on with us from time to time and have, a few rounds with us while we make fun of shit. It's a lot of fun. All right. That pretty much wraps it up. Thanks to all you beautiful people in the chat. And kisses to everyone. And I guess as the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Something Randolph would say.